Welcome in, everybody. We've got a very, very exciting night. As a matter of fact, we're going to be making history here tonight, selling the least expensive tourbillon ever aired on television. That's right, a genuine, true tourbillon. I'll tell you about that in a couple of minutes. Right now, however, I've got a few other pieces of business to get out of the way. We're starting up a brand new event. We're going to have some great financing offers. I'm now being told I'm just going to blow that off. I'm not even going to tell you about that. So I guess we're just going to go into a preview. How about that? Let's do that. First item up in the preview is actually going to be, this is upside down because this is mine and no, you're not getting it, but you can get one of your own. This is going to be the item of the week. I mean, forget item of the hour, item of the night. This is a real, true, functioning tourbillon for $683. This has never been done by anyone. As a matter of fact, the last tourbillons I sold were $16,000 and $4,500. This will be coming up in a few minutes. You can start buying now. The price is real. The value pays are there. Do it now. Do not wait, because only 100 were made of each one. Individual numbered limited editions. Already about a third of them have pre-sold before we were able to lock them back down. This is the unfortunate thing about the internet. People shop early. It's a 45 millimeter. It's on genuine hand-stitched alligator, sapphire crystals, the works, the real deal, folks. And V90150, the San Marco Power Reserve. Really an offshoot, if you will, off of another very, very popular model called the Emperor. You call this the Square Emperor, if you'd like. This does have the Power Reserve. It is a mechanical automatic, and it's only $149.80. Take that pocket watch look, and you know, around the era that pocket watches moved their way to the wrist, this was more or less how they were done, how they were attached, and go back to that vintage old world styling there. And V90306. Hey, we have not seen a Targa in a while, but this is a brand new, completely brand new execution. No, really? This is the original. I'm sorry, this is the original. Larry was able to scrounge up a handful in the Stuhrling vault and brought back the original with the Ronda StarTech movement at $119, folks. Value pays of $23.83. We are going old school tonight, my friends, and what we're going to do as part of that is go to one of the most popular models Stuhrling has ever made. It's one of my personal favorites. You've heard me tout this watch for a couple of years as being probably the most comfortable watch Stuhrling has ever created. And we're going to do a special spotlight on it to give everybody a shot at owning one. And that, my friends, is the Manchester Aussie in the automatic day and date. V90105 at only $149.48 with 6, count them 6, interest-free value pays of $24.91. You got the extraordinarily detailed dial with the very tall, very high in, numerals that are set up on there with the luminescence and the day and date. The colors are wild. Gray will go first, as always. Please do keep that in mind. Right now, we're going to welcome in our very good friend, my buddy and yours, Mr. Larry Magen. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Jim. Great to be here. We're so excited for this rotation because this is, without a doubt, the most loaded lineup of watches we've ever had. Of course, the tourbillon has everybody. Everybody came up to me in the building when I came in here, Jim, and said, congratulations on the tourbillon. There's been a lot of buzz about it. But that's not all we have here. Everything we have in this lineup for the entire day is literally just goofy prices.
Goofy
deals. We're going to tell you what Stuhrling Original is all about and where we're headed. So much to talk about.
Well, in case you folks are unaware, Larry is actually the president of North American operations, and pretty much everything that you're seeing at some point has to come across his desk for his approval, whether it be the colors, the executions, how the finish is done, what hands go on there, what price is going to be attached. So if you ever wanted an in with Stuhrling watches, this is your guy. Larry, give us an idea of how long the Manchester Aussie has been around and why it has gained such incredible popularity.
Well, first of all, great question, Jim. First of all, it's been around for approximately 3.5 years. We've done 4 or 5 different models now in this case. This case has vaulted right to the top of our elite models here because of it's a curved case. It's square, it's 41 by 41, which gives you a 47.5 millimeter case equivalency, but the curvature of the case fits so well on the wrist. It's so comfortable. I own 5 or 6 of them myself. But also it's the strap, Jim. It's got a 27 millimeter wide pre-curved inserts at the end by the lugs there, which make it so comfortable it just forms to your wrist.
Indeed.
And the look, the overall look of the piece. And
let's get a tight shot of this dial, because the dial is one of the most amazing features. Now, again, as always, the gray will sell out first because it's got those electric blue highlights around each of the Arabic exploding numerals, as well as on the hands. It's a great color contrast that everybody seems to be attracted to. So if you want the gray, please order right now or you're not going to get it. We're already dangerously low. The perforated strap is another reason people love this look, because it's a very sporty looking watch. It allows you to do daily casual wear. No matter what you're wearing, this is going to work. I would not suggest maybe that this goes with a suit. There are slightly dressier executions that work better for that. Say, for instance, the all-black version, which we don't have tonight. But now check this out. This has been one of Larry's favorites since it came out.
Absolutely.
Because you've got the incredible enamel colors going throughout the numerals. And also that silver tone dial is more reflective than the gray. It shows more light. It shows more shadow as well, going down into the deep, deep ridges that you see here. I do want you to keep in mind, you are buying a true decorated mechanical automatic movement powering the day and date. This is not a quartz movement for this price. You're getting this look, you're getting this curvature and comfort for a $25 a month interest-free payment. And don't forget also, you've got the orange. Now, orange, you've got to have the right attitude to pull this off, but if you do, this will be one of your favorites in your collection, no matter what dollar amount you typically spend on a watch.
Right.
This has got to be one of the most fun watches Stuhrling has ever made.
Well, without a doubt. And, you know, I said at the beginning of the show, everything in the lineup has just goofy prices. Take a look at this right here. We've seen the Manchester Aussie, I don't know how many times here on ShopNBC. Every time we bring it back, it's a big, big hit. But take a look at this. Never before anywhere near this price. It's usually around $240, then $230, I think it was. I don't know if it's ever been under $200. I really don't believe it has.
I'm not sure if it has or not.
Take a look at this. Now, we had the chronograph, in this case, the Manchester chronograph, at $149. Now, I think maybe tomorrow night we may have that even on sale again.
I'm going to give the orange to Sean and let her try that on.
This is the mechanical automatic with day and date for $150. You can now own a Manchester Aussie on a value pay for $25. But basically,
yeah, you know what? Larry, I want to interrupt you. We're going to stop this presentation cold because the tourbillon is selling out, and I'm going to air it. That's the reason I'm here. I blew out my voice Sunday night. I was not able to work last night. I should not be here tonight. I'm here because of the tourbillon, so we're going to cut this short. We're going to go to the tourbillon, so at least if you've been waiting to see it before you make your purchase decision, you're going to get that chance to see it right now. Remember, limited edition of 100 made of rose, 100 made of silver tone. It is a true mechanical tourbillon. It is a 45 millimeter case. Silver tone, there are 2 dozen out of the 100. Rose tone, there were fewer than 3 dozen of the 100. There will not be more of these exact watches. Keep that in mind. Tourbillon, which actually means whirlwind in French, describes the escapement that you saw rotating there. Can we go to the high-res shots, straight to those, then we'll do some wrist shots? I want people to realize exactly what they're getting here. That rotating cage is the reason why you're buying it. That is a free-floating, if you will, completely rotating balance assembly. And the reason this was created, Abraham Louis Breguet, way back, decided, you know what, there are certain factors that cause variances in accuracy in a mechanical movement. Now, we know them as being gravity and also friction, and he wanted to tackle the gravity portion. And he says if you lay the watch in one position, gravity is always pulling down on the balance in that one direction. It's going to cause it to be inaccurate. So I want to take that escapement, which is basically the regulation process of the movement, and I want to have it eternally spinning. And this should counteract the negative effects of gravity. Now, nobody's been able to prove or disprove if that really does make it any more accurate. You're buying it because it is simply the most difficult thing to build in a mechanical watch. Bar none, not every company is able to do this. Very few actually have been. When you look at an all Swiss-made tourbillon, which this is not, they begin life at $50,000. When you look at this with the Chinese mechanical movement that's inside, with the full warranty, Silvertone officially sold out, sold out, sold out. Now we show the rose tone live. Larry, you made really the perfect size, too, in 45 millimeters.
Listen, I think so. It's a 45 millimeter case size, guys, legitimate 45, which to me is about the upper limits of a nice dress piece. This is not an everyday timepiece, Jim, as you know. I think you might have even got a little dressed up tonight for the tourbillon.
This is the only reason I'm wearing a suit.
Because I know you wouldn't do it for me. But in any case, no.
Fewer than 2 dozen.
I think 45 millimeters is a nice, probably the upper limits of a dress size, maybe 46 if you want to push the envelope there. It's not a sport type of watch. But even if you only wear it once a year or once every 2 or 3 years, the opportunity to pick up a genuine tourbillon in your collection at this particular price, you happen to be watching the show at the right time. You're at the right place at the right time. I think the design on this piece is absolutely exquisite. It's inspired. The look is inspired by a high French. It's gone?
Done. Yep, that's it. You knew it. We knew it. It was going to be gone.
I didn't even get to talk about anything. That's it? Well, listen, first of all, congratulations, everybody. I guess everyone who got one, and we'll have to talk about it in the future, I guess.
Yeah, you and I knew this was going to be huge, huge, huge.
I didn't think it was going to go in 2.5 minutes, Jim.
Well, you know what? That just brings up a good point for my little business trip next week. I'm going to have to pressure you guys to make some sort of completely different variations, because obviously people want to own an affordable tourbillon, and you, sir, you delivered that at the best possible price.
This is what Stuhrling Original really is all about, where we're headed, where we're going. And we wanted to come in here and flex our muscles a little bit, and we wanted to fight for our share of the business here, Jim, and we want everybody on board with Stuhrling Nation. Here we go, the madman, Jim. We have been out of this piece for about 5 or 6 months, Jim.
And this is one of my favorite oversized Stuhrlings, by the way. As many of you know, I own the gray version, the gray and silver tone. The black is hot with the orange numerals. The rose and brown is delicious, like a bar of chocolate. It's $28 a month, interest-free. It's an automatic. It's a 20-jewel automatic, right?
20-jewel mechanical date. It might be 21 or 22. I have to double-check to be sure.
And we're going to go back to the Manchester Aussie. I'm going to call the tourbillon officially sold out. Are we good on that? Yeah, we're officially sold out. Congratulations to all of you that have been waiting ever since you saw the sneak peek images last week of it, which, Larry, thank you for getting those sent out to me quick enough to be able to do that. You guys grabbed it. You were paranoid. Oh, my goodness, I won't be able to get it. We did air it. We did make sure. We locked it down all day today, and it didn't last. We walked out here with 150 of them.
I wanted to talk about it.
I did too.
I wanted to talk about it.
At least we gave a little bit of information. There it is. Bye-bye.
Oh,
see ya. By the way, for those of you that did buy it, the additional complications will be an AM/PM indicator and a secondary time zone on that tourbillon.
You know, we didn't get to say it, but I want everybody to know, congratulations, but it's 28,800 vibrations, which puts it at a different level for tourbillons that are in the marketplace today.
That's right.
28,800 vibrations, guys.
With about a 45-hour power reserve. And by the way, you worked a very special deal with Hadley Roma for that alligator strap.
Absolutely.
You have one of the most exclusive Hadley Romas ever made.
We didn't even get to talk about it.
I know.
I
hate
Roma,
that.
Genuine alligator strap with a large square grain. Oh, gosh, I'm disappointed.
Special backing on it that you're really going to love when you get it. It's not the suede backing.
You saw the email I sent you.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I'm wearing the gosh darn thing. All right, here we go. Back to the Manchester Aussie. And I'll tell you this, and I own quite a few square watches. This is probably among the 2 most comfortable square watches I now own. I just got a recent acquisition I would put right up here with it. But again, that's a $2,000 watch too, so that puts you in pretty exclusive company.
Thank you.
I own the gray. I wear it a lot because, I mean, it's so fun to wear. This navy, by the way, the navy blue, is another one that works. I mean, look at the colors. You can wear this with anything.
Yeah, and the step design on the case makes it elegant. It's a really nice presence on the wrist. Like I said, it's approximately a 47 to 48 millimeter case equivalency here when you go 10 to 4 on this piece, so it's good size, good presence. Mechanical automatic day date. But to me also the strap, we were talking about it before, Jim, but this is one of the more expensive straps that we do in French leather. It has the semi-perforated top side with the genuine calfskin lining underneath with the pre-curved metal inserts at the lugs, Jim.
I want to break some rules here because, well, I'm just in one of those moods. You stick me in a suit and you're going to get the horns. Flying Dutchman, sir, can you do me a favor? Can we outfit Ryan and Shauna with next hour's Our Top Value? I want to give people a sneak peek of it. Folks, what you may not know is tonight comes up Stuhrling, a brand new Our Top Value next hour. It will be, and I'm so going to get emails and get in trouble for this. I'm not supposed to tell you this. It is a gents and also a ladies skeletonized mechanical automatic for under $100. For both, for a gents and a ladies. That's as far as I can take it. It's as far as I can tell you. We will let you get a little sneak peek of it. This is a big night for Stuhrling. This is a big night for you at home. We've got a lot of brand new debuts. We've got a lot of classics coming back at special prices. Right here, Manchester Aussie, one of the best-selling Stuhrling watches over the past 3 years. And that is due to you guys at home. A lot of you guys took a chance when it first came out and went, oh, my goodness, look at the comfort. And you told all your friends.
Absolutely. It has been spreading. And, you know, I see a lot of guys writing, oh, my brother had one, so I had to get one. It seems like there's a lot of brothers out there that collect together. You notice that?
I have never gotten that email. Well, actually, I have only a couple times.
I'm serious. And this is one of those pieces that has kind of spread, you know, from friend to friend, from brother to brother. Once you wear it and put it out on your wrist,
well, now we've got a brother and sister kind of deal coming up. How about that? Husband and wife, brother and sister.
You're talking about with the
boyfriend and girlfriend.
With the top value.
That's right.
We talk about gift items. Here's one you gift for yourself. I mean, bring it home for $25. You will love the Manchester Aussie. Again, this is inspired by a very high-end Swiss brand, a high-end look. A lot of companies are taking their whack at this kind of a look, Jim, with the exploding numerals, kind of, you know, with the rainbow numerals and so forth.
Well, they've been whacking it for a long time.
Absolutely, and we put the you know, the jewel tone numbers, the jewel tone numerals on the rainbow execution right here. And that really is the look that started it all with the rainbow numerals. And you look at that, you say, gosh, that looks like something for a child. It looks like a toy. But really, far from it. Executives in boardrooms will wear that look with expensive suits. Now, of course, orange. Everybody knows orange is my favorite color.
Indeed.
My first car, we've talked about it many times, 66 Ford Fairlane with the dual Holly headers, you know, raised up in the back. It was total hot rod, 4 miles a gallon. But it was bright orange, Jim. And you saw me wearing my orange strap watch today.
Indeed, you were.
I had the Manchester chronograph. But the
as they screwed up our lunch twice.
That's right. Orange is a color of high self-esteem, self-confidence. Not everybody can carry it off, but if you can, you will love it. And one more thing about the Manchester that's worth mentioning, Jim. Ladies love this piece.
They do, yeah.
It's a men's watch, but because of the curvature on the wrist, it feels comfortable on almost any size wrist, and it looks great on a lady.
Look at that. That's right. Even the toddler-sized wrists my producer Tom has, he would be able to wear this watch quite easily.
I want to put
now,
it on
do
my
keep
wrist.
in mind the maximum wrist size that will fit due to the length of the strap is about 8 3/4 to 9 inch, 8 3/4 tops, and that's it. So it's not for a very, very large size wrist because they do not make a strap that's that long for it. But anything under that, you're good to go.
I'm going to grab the Battleship Gray here.
All right. Well, it's almost sold out, just so you're aware.
At this price, $25, I hope everybody can pick up a couple of them. You know,
that's right. $25 a month, interest-free.
That's right.
Get it while you can.
Check this out, guys.
Look at that.
Now, this is the gray. This is a Battleship Gray. Now, Jim said he wouldn't wear it with a suit. I don't know about that. Gray is kind of like black. It goes with everything, Jim.
Sure.
Now you have the gray one.
I'm wearing gray underwear, but
this is your color.
They started out white. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
This is the color of the Manchester Aussie that you own.
Yeah, this is the exact one that I own and wear.
And by the way, that's a mechanical automatic with quick set day and quick set date. And I guess if there's not enough time, we won't show you how that functions. But it's very, very easy to set the day and date on this piece. Real quick.
Double quick. No, I'm just saying it's the double quick.
Double quick set. Mm-hmm. That's right. So anyway, guys, have a party with this one. You're going to love it. And like I said, look at the pricing on this whole Christmas gift-giving thing. Hanukkah.
Yeah, I mean, look at $25 a month. You can now give this as a gift to someone else. Look at that. You know you want that. Again, for me, it was the combination of the gray color that's seldom seen with the contrast of the blue and then the bright white numerals. I loved the entire look. You know, and then every time I come across these, I look at the orange and go, man, I know I got a lot of ways I can wear that orange. So, you know, grab whichever one works for you, but they're not going to be here very, very long. They always sell out quickly. It takes us a few months usually to get them back. We don't always have them in stock. Please keep in mind that the gray is going to go first. What's my update on the gray there, Sir Thomas?
Here's the #1 execution, Jim.
Oh my goodness. Okay, they are going to go quickly.
The navy with the rainbow numerals has historically been our #1, and here we go. We actually
there
did.
it is.
Yeah.
All right,
we're
1
close.
minute, and in 1 minute, we're going to give you a sneak peek at that R-top value coming up. So if you're in the mood, people asked, is ShopNBC doing a Black Friday? Yeah, we kind of are, but we're doing it early, in my opinion, with Stuhrling by doing these deals.
Who needs Black Friday? I mean, you
don't have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and sit outside of a store when you're freezing your butt off. You get a little lotto ticket and then run in the store and get trampled by some crazy person behind you. You can sit in the comfort of your own home in your boxer shorts eating Cheetos and digging the powder out of your navel and buy any watch that you want out of these kinds of deals. But you got to do it now. You've got to act on it. Look at that. Let me show you some detail of that dial, by the way. Look at the texturing.
I love the case on this piece. So comfortable. I guess we're getting low quantities now.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty much on the last legs on the gray at this point. Now, I promised you a sneak peek of the R-top value coming up in less than an hour now. I am very thrilled to tell you, you will get a gents and ladies set. You will be buying 2 watches for the price of 1, under $100. It is a skeletonized automatic on a beautiful bamboo style leather strap. It is very, very executive looking, very high-end looking. And to see this kind of price, it's unreal. Look at that on Ryan and Shauna. You know you want to be here for this. Do not miss it. Coming up in less than an hour. It is a giftable price point. It is a self-giftable price point. My goodness, Larry, you have
we're excited about this,
knocked
Jim.
the bottom out, as they say.
We've been working on this for several months, and we're very, very excited about it. I'm going to reserve my comments till the launch, which comes up in about 45 minutes or so.
All right, Tourbillon's sold out. Can I take my suit off now? I should have brought an alternative method of wardrobe here. All right. Oh my goodness! What an amazing night. We're only 12 minutes into the night, Larry.
It's
we got 3
unbelievable.
hours.
That's okay. Listen, and you know what? We've got the goods to back it up.
We do.
I mean,
we got the goods.
We do have the goods to back this up, guys. I mean, we're just loaded for bear. It's one after another. Get comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable.
No, get comfortable. Pull up a chair. Be on the edge of your seat because you got to be ready to be in the game. Remember, Jim, you play to win the game. Okay.
That's right. You play to win.
Okay.
All right. V909. No, I lied. It's V90096. Check this out. Now, I don't recall ever doing this price level before. I might be mistaken. I very well could be. But the price that I'm referencing has completely disappeared off your screen as we're getting accustomed to at this point. It's $79. Now, notice the value pays of $15. Yeah, $15.85 a month. Larry, tell them what they're getting.
Well, this is our Raven XP. This case design is inspired by a high-end Swiss brand. A lot of companies are doing this kind of a case look with a square case and kind of bolts or screws in the corner. We have
very instrumental looking.
Yeah, we have our signature Stuhrling screw heads in the corner. But what's interesting about our Raven is that it has a curved case. It's a curved backside, so it's, again, very comfortable on your wrist. There it is. Thank you, Jim. Nicely done. And if we get some contrast back there, you see what we're talking about. But there it is. Nice curvature on the case, so it fits very comfortably on the wrist. But this is a great knock-around piece, and we've had it here before. Basically, what we're having here, this is kind of like a holiday gift clearance almost.
A holiday blowout bonanza.
You know, take advantage of it as gift items here. Many of you bought the Raven at a price much higher than this. If you like the idea of a luminescent dial, I think they're calling that one the green, Jim.
I believe we are.
Okay, so this one has the all-luminous dial. So if
the whole dial, everything that you see, it's green, is actually what's going to glow.
Exactly, and it's got, of course, the satin twill, not the satin twill, but the nylon twill with the Velcro kind of strap. So if you want to go walk the dog in the park or whatever, you just pull it, strap it, clip, and off you go.
I'll tell you right now, the first thing I would do with this, and you know, I think the watch is great as it is. I would slap a nice leather strap on there. I'd take off the nylon strap that's on there. It's got a cool flight look to it this way, like you're about ready to jump out of an airplane. If you're not the kind of person that jumps out of airplanes routinely, you might want to go for more of a daily look. You put a nice leather strap on there, even a nice rubber strap. There are a myriad of things that you can do with this look, and you're spending so little. You're spending the price of what a strap would normally cost you. $80 is your total price on this. And One thing that's important to bring up, it is a Swiss quartz movement inside. The orange is the most limited, so if you'd like to get the black with the orange accents, you pretty much have to do it right now. The green, which is the all-loom, is going to go next.
Yeah, we're not real deep on these quantities here, Jim. This was something that, hey, we're doing a gift item. This is gift items from Stuhrling Original. That's the theme of our entire rotation here. As I told you at the beginning, we have nothing but goofy prices here, Jim. Here's another example here. Take advantage. We're trying to, you know, again, get everybody on board to Stuhrling Nation, saying, here, put a Stuhrling on your wrist. Here's a great value right here. We've never had it.
Does the Stuhrling Nation have their own flag?
Not yet, but
you need a coat of arms and a flag
and a T-shirt. I would like to see some ideas for artwork for Stuhrling Nation. Believe me.
So all you watch geeks out there, get to it. Larry wants to see a Stuhrling Nation flag, and I request a coat of arms.
Okay, Stuhrling Nation. But anyway, here it is, guys. Go ahead, have a party. I'll tell you, it's a hot look in the industry. Now, I see what you're saying, Jim. You know, with the nylon Velcro strap, it's more of a, like I say, you know, go do your errands, run to the store, run to the park, whatever with this. It straps on really nice. Wouldn't wear it with a suit with this kind of a strap for sure. No way. But with jeans and a T-shirt, you know, it's great. But if you want to throw a leather strap on here, guys.
It goes with a flight suit, not really a business suit.
I think it's 22 between the lugs here on this one, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to... you know, if you want to put your own strap, I believe it's a 22, Jim.
All right, wrapping it up, my friends. $15 a month interest-free, or a total price of only $79.26. Don't forget, we are now, 30 days until Christmas. Can you believe it? Already. Wow. And we've got all kinds of great deals going on. 5 value pays on everything. What does that mean? 5 value pays on everything. Special items will feature holiday 2009 pricing. You're going to get guaranteed Christmas delivery. You could do bill to ship to. We've got the value shipping, whereas however many orders you make throughout the day, you get one shipping charge. It'll be the highest of the shipping charges, but the rest are free. Holiday returns till January 31st, and for a limited time, hand delivery by Larry Magen.
You know, for a price, I could be persuaded, you know.
For a price, Larry will do pretty much anything.
No.
All right, we're going to go into a special once only. Now, you're thinking to yourself, I bought myself the most beautiful, elegant watch Stuhrling had ever made. I bought the Emperor, and I just wish there was a little bit of a different execution, something with a little bit more jazz and flavor to it. Well, my friends, here it is. It is the San Marco. Think of it, if you will, as a square version of the Emperor, because it is set up in a similar fashion. The 90150. What you're seeing here is basically a replication. If you go back, turn of the century, when pocket watches were starting to evolve into wristwatches. Now, keep in mind, wristwatches were for women, and it was you know, like the British infantry and whatnot that started really saying, you know, we got to start wearing a watch on our wrist. It became more popular for men. So what we started seeing was they would take a pocket watch, and they would usually solder on a little steel bar, and they would loop a leather strap through it. It was almost like a permanent fixture, and they would use parts of the actual case. In this case, you see right here, this little saddle shape right here, they would attach the other strap to, and that's how they would wear their pocket watch on the wrist. And that's what Stuhrling is going for here, a very, very vintage style that actually, I can only think of 2 other brands that make a watch in this type of configuration, and you're starting $8,000, $10,000.
Right, and they don't have it in a square, by the way.
They do not. No.
At least one of the brands that you're thinking of. I don't know about the other one. But here's what I'm saying, guys. Right now, this once only is spectacular. I'm floored by this. This is a staple in our line. Many of you have seen the San Marco going back almost 4 years now. It came out literally maybe 3 or 4 months after the Emperor. That's how long we've had the San Marco out there. This is not old production goods. This is not clearance goods or anything like that. This is one of our staples in our line. It's a signature piece for Stuhrling Original. It's dressy, it's classy, and above all, it's a power reserve indicator on a mechanical automatic, okay? Power reserve indicator, look at the price. I would be almost willing to bet there are people watching the show right now, Jim, that bought this piece at $399. We came out with this piece 4 years ago. It was $399. Somewhere along the way, it was maybe $349, and then it kind of stuck in at $299 for a long, long time at $299.
Now, keep in mind,
I've never seen anything like this, Jim.
No. You're right.
Okay, this is amazing.
Date at the 12,
Okay.
AM, PM indicator, power reserve indicator, furnace blued hands. Please do keep in mind, this will wear like a 40mm round watch. So keep it in mind. It's not a very large watch at all. It's not intended to be.
Right.
It's meant to be a luxury, elegant watch that you're going to wear. You may only wear it once a year. You're wearing that tuxedo. You're going to the, I don't know, ballet or whatever it is your wife's going to drag you to, you know, because men don't go to ballets on their own. So this is going to be that ultra high-end, elegant look. I'm actually going to give one to Shauna here. I'm going to give her the rose. And let's see how it plays off on a lady's wrist as well.
Oh, rose and black. Now, you know, this is the new incarnation of it here, because you know, the original did have a dual deployment clasp, Jim. So I just want to point that out here. This one has the Tang buckle because, you know, maybe somebody who bought it before, who owns this piece, is looking and say, that's a wonderful piece. I can't believe the deal on it. Let me get another one. And they get it home and they'll see this one does not have the dual deployment clasp. But that is the only difference between the original and this one here on this once only. And I mean, that more than, I mean, the price, again, the once only gift item here, gifts from Stuhrling, is incredible.
I am hearing that we have a phone call, somebody that very, very much wants to speak with Larry and thank him for a wonderful opportunity. So we're going to go to that right now. We have Stephen calling in from Pennsylvania, I do believe. How are you tonight, Stephen?
I'm terrific, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Larry, how are you?
Hello, Pittsburgh, Stephen. How are you? Have we spoken before?
I'm really doing great. You know, this is my 5th and 6th, or my 6th and 7th Stuhrling watches. I ordered 2 tonight. I can't believe that somebody could sell a tourbillon watch for $683.
You were lucky enough to get in on one of the tourbillons. Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, I can't tell you how thrilled I am. And at first it came back that, you know, it was out of stock, it was too late, and then my order confirmation came in. But I thought maybe you'd like to hear a funny story about Stuhrling and me.
We love to.
Sure, go ahead, Stephen.
Okay, my first Stuhrling watch was the Saturnalia?
The
Saturnalia.
Right, the one that was on the cover of that watch magazine. Well, anyhow, I ordered it in blue, you know, silver and blue hands, and
Yes.
it came in black and white.
Oh, okay.
And I called the service department, and they were so upset because they couldn't believe that happened. And Larry, I don't know if you remember, but you got on the phone, told me to send it back immediately, and you send me out the correct watch.
Okay.
Well, I had a black tie affair to go to. About 2 weeks later, I never sent the watch back. I fell in love with the watch. I'm still thinking about ordering one in blue. But that was the first one. And I have the Bailey watch. I have God, I just, you know, I can't even think of the names of them. But they are, the accuracy of the watch. I have so many Swiss automatic and watches that don't even compare to the accuracy of keeping time. The quality is beyond belief. And to pick up a tourbillon tonight for $683 is just this is my Hanukkah present.
You sound very excited. I'm very happy for you.
Hey, Stephen, thank you very much. I feel your love. I feel the excitement. It makes me excited. And if you want to pick up another Saturnalia, you're here at the right time.
The service department called me to ask me where the watch was. Why didn't I send it back? And I told them I decided to keep it.
Well, you know, we're going to have the Saturnalia in this rotation. I don't know if it's in this hour or next hour or wherever it is. I stopped trying to figure it out, but it's going to be an all-time low price. So we're restocked on the Saturnalia, Stephen.
Well, I tell you what I did. I ordered the tourbillon, and I also ordered the Centurion, because I couldn't believe the price on that. So I think I'm tapped out. 2 watches in one night is my limit.
Well, you got a tourbillon, and I can tell you right now, when that arrives, you're going to sit there in complete awe of the beauty of that movement, of that watch, of that dial.
I mean, the tourbillon starts at around $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
Yeah, now when you're looking at all Swiss tourbillon, absolutely. But, you know, there are tourbillons made to the level that Larry's here is with the Chinese tourbillon that are, you know, $4,000 or $5,000. We've shown them here from 2 different brands, $4,000 or $5,000. So to see that price was remarkable.
Check this out. Stephen.
If anybody thinks that, I know they're made in China, the movements are made in China, but if anybody thinks that these movements aren't of the highest quality, Take it from me, I have 5 automatics, and they keep better time than any of my Swiss automatics, and I have some pretty expensive Swiss automatics.
I'm glad to hear.
Well, thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate it. It's so much. It's so true. We're the leader in our class. Nobody can touch us in our category. And even though those movements are, some of those movements as far as the mechanicals are made in China, they're done under Swiss supervision, and that's the difference between us and everybody else. But Stephen, I just want to say one more thing. When you get your new tourbillon, slap it on your wrist and wear it into Primani Brothers, okay?
You got it.
And see what.
Okay, Larry.
That's not exactly the right place for it, but just do it anyway.
Larry, thank you, and thank you for hearing me, and have a great show.
All right, Coach.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Have a great night.
Lots of love. Thank you.
Take care.
I love to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he is so beyond excited. I thought that he was going to burst through the phone lines and come kiss you. It is a big deal to get what he got tonight in that tourbillon. But you got to realize also the deal that we have here. This is a once only. Now what that means is we have never, ever done this before. We can never go lower than this price in the future. That is our guarantee to you. And you're getting it for a limited time. Now, it's only good for this hour and next period. That is it. If the supplies even last that long, you've got to grab it now. If you want to own this at the price that I'm referring to that is not on the screen at the moment, you've got to $148. You've got to do it now.
Did we give them a glance at the power reserve indicator? Did we zoom in?
I did. I was playing with it. I was winding it, but I'll do it again right now since
maybe
since
you want a white
brought that
tile
up.
to show it?
That's okay.
Okay. If
Got a
you
little
take a look,
flexion
and you know,
going on there.
one of the interesting things about the layout on this particular timepiece is we have the power reserve indicator in the upper right quadrant, up there between 1 and 2 o'clock. You usually do not see power reserve indicators up there in the right-hand corner like that. They're usually down at 6 or up at 12 or somewhere else. Here it's in the upper right-hand corner. Very unusual placement for a power reserve indicator. Jim is winding the watch by the crown up at the 12 o'clock position, and you can see the needle going up 30, 35.
It's like a gas gauge.
Like a gas gauge, but a power reserve, a genuine power reserve indicator on a mechanical automatic for under 300, for under 200. Look at this deal, Jim.
I bet my wife wishes I had a gas gauge. She'd know when to avoid me. There is the animated AM, PM indicator. Sun and moon is what you'll get. So as you go through the day, and we'll do that here very quickly, you'll notice that crescent moon and the stars will turn into the sun as we go to daybreak.
Yeah, very elegant case design, and you can even see on the bow, you know, up there at 12 o'clock, just not your typical rounded bow, just the shape of the bow. It's very elegant. There it is, a little different than our bow on the Emperor.
You're right.
On the rounded one. Very dressy shape design, as you can see right there. Screwed in case back, 50 meters water resistant, Cristerna crystals front and back side, beveled edges on the case back as well. Guys, super value, dressy piece. If it's not for you, it's a great gift item for, you know, maybe someone you know that maybe dresses up a little more than you do if you're not a dressy kind of guy.
Remember, again, it is not a very large piece, so check this out on Shauna's wrist. It'll wear like a 40-millimeter timepiece, so everybody, I should say nobody could say it's too big. $149.80. You've got the value pays. Folks, this is crazy. $29 a month, $1 a day? Yowza. Now, remember, when we start to give you the direct measurements on a square case, it's going to throw you off. If it were a round watch, it would wear as if it were a 40-millimeter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. 10 to 4. 10 to 4.
It's 40.
40.9. So, in other words, it wears like a 40.
Yep.
So, as far as the square case design, what does it say, 35?
And then it goes to 35 on the east to west.
Yeah, so 35 by 35 gives you a 40-millimeter case equivalency. So, Jim is absolutely right. It wears as if it's a 40-millimeter round case.
My friends,
you've been at this too long, Jim.
I know. Well, I eyeball this stuff. I don't need calipers when I come out here.
Oh, okay.
It's in the eyes.
I see. Well, you know, I could eyeball it too.
I know you can, because I've seen you do it.
Yeah, except that my eyes are shot now and I can't see very well.
You are getting old.
I put the caliper on it, and even with the caliper, I can't read the caliper. So I have to show it to Jim. What does that say? You know. All right, guys, have a party with this. It's a great gift item. All right.
We're gonna build you a caliper with a cyclops on it. All right, V90150. What am I most limited on? My most limited silver tone rose tone right here. This is the one that's going to go first. Black rose tone will be the next to go. That's the one that Shauna has been sporting. If I had to pick only one, I'll be honest with you, it would honestly be the rose and silver tone. Even though I know it's going to go first, I shouldn't say that, but I mean that's just the truth. And I like this one the best. Second to that, I like the old Silvertone.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'd go with the Silvertone.
The black dials are beautiful. They're very elegant.
Yeah.
But there's something about Stuhrling when you guys do a Silvertone dial, it is just magnificent.
Well, the black, as you pointed out, Jim, if you go to one of those kind of black tie kind of things, you know, where you get all dressed up, the black, it would be great for that. But so would this one as well, too. I would go with this one showing on the screen right here on your wrist. I love that particular choice.
That's a good-looking, classy watch. It's going to be a timeless classic. This is not going to go in and out of style because you realize this is replicating a style nearly 100 years old.
Yeah, and I just do want to point out as well, this is all new production goods, Jim. You've seen this in our line now for close to 5 years. By far, not even close to we ever have it anywhere near this price. I mean, it's not like, well, we came down from $199 to $149.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything like this. So take advantage of it. If you're looking for a nice dressy piece, and this is one of our all-time signature pieces, right up there with the Emperor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure, we don't have any Emperors this rotation, do we?
Just the new Grandeur.
Okay, just the new, the really big skeleton.
And that's going to be exciting as well.
Indeed.
Very, very exciting.
Now, don't forget, Larry's got shows here tonight for these 3 hours. Larry is back on tomorrow night for 3 hours with me, and then you're on for 2 hours with Tim Temple. You have a couple of shows sporadic in through with Katina and with
Sarah.
So you've actually got probably the most amount of hours we've seen in quite a while. You've got this R top value coming up next hour. It's a his and her set, skeleton automatics for under $100, with 6 value pays. Everything about this week is very, very exciting as we go into celebrating Thanksgiving, starting off the big holiday season. Stuhrling is ringing in the holiday season the right way.
You know, this particular, you know, right now ShopNBC is in the full gift-giving swing right now, and you know, it's a real privilege to be a part of that, and we wanted to meet that privilege head on, and to be able to, you know, have an R top value, especially at this time of the year. It is an honor, and again, we wanted to meet it head on. We know we've done that. We're excited about that, but it wasn't just about the R-top value, Jim. So we threw everything in but the kitchen sink. But we came with our A lineup. Look at the pieces that are in this lineup. The Manchester Aussie, the San Marco. These are signature pieces for us. Of course, the Tourbillon, enough said there. We have the Saturnalia coming up later. We have the Metropole Elite. We have so many, and we have all the new pieces coming too. So this is a star-laden lineup here, and the San Marco with this once only is right up at the top of the list. Indeed.
Folks, we're about to end this in about a minute and a half. Let's go through it again. What you're getting is a true mechanical automatic movement. There is not a battery inside. It's not a quartz. It is powered by the motion of your wrist when you're wearing it, or by manually winding it by the crown, which is cleverly placed at the 12 o'clock position, which is another nice thing. There's nothing taking away from the shape of the watch on the sides. You've got your calendar hidden at the 12 o'clock position. The power reserve indicator, which lets you know how many hours of autonomy are left on the mainspring. When is it going to wind down? Well, this one I've got about 30 hours before it will. And here we've got your animated AM/PM indicator, which lets you know if it's day or night via sun or moon.
Right.
So if you live in Alaska or on a submarine, this could serve a wonderful benefit to you.
Well, you know, Jim, a lot of guys out there, a lot of collectors, so many of them are watching ShopNBC, and this is a destination for them. And they're always looking for things that are different. They're always looking for different kinds of things to add into their collection.
Actually, I could add this if you're working in a casino in Vegas, actually, because they don't put windows in there. They don't want you to know if it's day or night.
You know how whenever you come out and it's light out there, and your lights, you kind of go like, oh my God, it's daylight.
So like a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. But again,
a vampire that lost all their money at the craps table.
But you look at the particular case design here, and it's just so unique. I'm sure most people don't have something like this in their collection.
That's actually going to be the 4th installment in the Twilight series. It's called Craps. All the vampires go to Vegas and lose their money.
The vampires have money?
I don't know. Of course they do. They've been around for so long. They invested wisely. They bought Yahoo stock in the 80s. All right. V91301, only out of my mind. Now, this thing is slick.
It's hot.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you want the green, you'd best start calling now.
Get one of each. Look at the price, Jim. Ronda StarTech 54.
This is supposed to be like $200 last I heard. Wow.
50-40D, round 50 millimeters from 10 to 4, 50 and a half, including the pusher right there. So it's got good size, good presence, rubber links down the middle. We'll get to that piece in a few minutes, Jim, but I'm really excited for this next one.
Well, I am too. It's the Madman V91113. That'll probably be the last time I do that, by the way. My voice is dead. This is my favorite of the oversized Stuhrling watches. You can go for the gray, you can go for the black, you can go for the rose, but do it now.
Right. I was just going to say that, Jim. We're not going to do the presentation on that one right now, guys. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to it this hour. So grab that while you can. We've been out of it for about 5 months since we debuted it. They blew out. We got all new stock here. We're restocked on it, and we'll get to it maybe tomorrow night. But you may not want to wait till tomorrow night. This is what I was referring to when I said I'm excited about this.
This is cool, man.
I'll tell you about this.
I'm telling you, this most supple, soft leather strap. It's like it melted onto my wrist. $119 gets you into V90306. The massive Targa. This is a big watch.
It's a big one. It's a big one. It's 47 and a half. But look, here's the thing, guys, okay? The Targa has become a really important series, our Targa series in our Sportsman's collection. We've done 4 or 5 different models now. I'd have to sit here and count them up. I think
You
5.
know what? I'm tired of this whole suit thing. Hold on a second here.
Well, you go ahead and do that.
This is killing me.
I'll talk while you roll up your sleeves, Jim. But here's the thing. The original Targa, this is right here, the original Targa on this leather strap. Then we did this one on the bracelet. The originals, the 2 originals, had the Ronda StarTech 50, I think it's a 50-30D, right? It's got a 12-hour counter at the bottom. Yeah. Or no, is that 10? It's a 10-hour counter. Then this is the 50-20, I believe it is. 50-20 or 50.
Self-correcting big date.
But the point is, it's the Ronda. It was good, it was successful, but it was pricey. So we then went to the Citizen with the 2-eye chrono, and all of them since then, the Elite, the Targa Pro 24, the Targa 24, they all have the Citizens. We're not making the original Targas anymore, okay? It's a very popular series. There's been a lot of action on the Targa lately online, on the internet. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. You've seen the threads. You've seen what's going on with it. And people have been buying the Citizen. They can't get this one. We scraped together about 100 pieces of the original. This is not new production goods. This was made about 2 years ago.
This is new old stock.
Right, exactly. But it's the original with the Ronda StarTech, guys. And look at the price. The reason we got away from this was the price. It was always selling around $300. Okay, you see the ShopNBC price of $196. That's calculated differently based upon our cost to ShopNBC for this particular item here. But it never sold for that.
Yeah, we've never been able to do this at $119.
No.
Look at that.
You get original one, Ronda StarTech. There's only 100 pieces. Have a party. You got the value pays. Just go for it. Have a party. Okay.
Have a party. So that's what I'm saying.
Great sport watch.
All right, only about a minute and a half remaining here. My goodness gracious. 5 value pays. 20, wow. It's almost like a sick, cruel joke.
What's that?
Jim goes to reference anything about price or value pays, and the customer looks over there, it disappears. $23 a month, $23.83, interest-free. Do we have time to show this on, let's say, Shauna? Shauna, are you in the building, Shauna? Shauna is here.
We have Ryan here, don't we?
You are being beckoned.
Huh?
Yes, but Ryan does not have gentle, soft, delicate, and petite female wrists.
Okay.
At least I don't think.
Well, this is a pretty big watch for Shauna. She's got delicate wrists. But yeah, I love on this execution, by the way, the black. It's got the black criss-cut bezel, as you can see right there. Got the big date. You got what we call the periscope style pushers with those conical pushers, Jim. You see that?
Conical.
You see it?
I would say conical. I have a song playing in my head.
You've never even used the word conical.
I love the word conical. Conical and knurled. I love the word knurled. I don't know why. By the way, 30 seconds remaining. You can expand your vocabulary, too. Check out dictionary. No, I'm just kidding. $23.83. There are now fewer than 90 pieces remaining. We are 2/3 sold out. I'm sorry, half sold out. If you want to get it now. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at that. Now, again, it's big on a lady, but it's meant to be a big watch. Big pilot-style chronograph. I love the leather strap on it. It's one of the softest. You need to go back to these straps. This was like so supple. It was like butter. It's like butter. All right, we've also brought out to you the Manchester Aussie. The gray, coming close to selling out, V90105. Also navy or orange. 6 value pay on there, baby. 6 value pays, $24.91.
Yeah.
Wow, that is just such an amazing, cool, fun watch. If you haven't experienced Stuhrling at all ever, I always recommend this to be one of your first Stuhrling experiences because it is that great of a watch. You're going to be blown away. Day and date automatic on there, by the way. As well as the San Marco. Hey, that got enough airtime. Let's not talk about that anymore. Let's go to the next watch, which is going to be big and beefy and sporty. And I am so grabbing the green right away because it's wild and different and slick.
Should we show the colors first?
We're going to do that first. Yeah, don't go stealing my watches, Larry.
Coach,
don't go doing that.
All right.
V91301. It is the Trekker. The Trekker. $156.45. There are a lot of cool features about this watch. The first thing I want to tell you, it's a big watch. Yeah. Good, solid 48-millimeter case. If you want to count in crown and all that kind of good stuff, you're touching the underside of 50. So believe me, it's one of the biggest Stuhrlings made.
Yeah.
This is also, I love the integrated pushers. You'll notice the Fast Runner is done in a kind of a sporty spoked wheel kind of look.
Absolutely. It's also got an inlaid aluminum chapter ring in the bezel. It's a stainless steel bezel with an inlaid aluminum chapter ring, as you can see right here. This one, of course, has the green 50-millimeter case as far as 10-4. The bezel itself is about 47 to 47 and a half, just the bezel. Okay,
yeah, it's a monster.
So, you know, it's not a big 53. Now, the rubber links down the center, those actually have steel links on the inside. It's a rubber coating. They're still,
so it's completely supported.
They're very much supported. They're steel reinforced rubber links. There's steel inside the link.
Very thick, by the way, about 4.5 millimeters thick on the bracelet.
Grab the black,
You've got a divers flip lock safety clasp on there as well. Supported scissor style clasp, by the way, which is actually quite a surprise in this price range. So you've got that going on. The all completely polished engraved case back. Folks, it's a screaming deal with a Swiss round of movement inside, man. Check this out, 31 bucks a month. Cristerna crystal. Yeah, let's talk about Cristerna for a moment.
Sure.
What is the deal, the dealio? What the 411?
Well, Cristerna is proprietary to Stuhrling Original. It comes from the eyewear industry, Jim. It's got more strength over a spread surface area than sapphire, so it's actually more shatter resistant. And as far as the hardness, it's actually harder than a mineral crystal.
So you're getting a lot of great benefits by getting into that K1 Cristerna crystal. You've got the bold color choices. Larry has absconded with the black, but I'm going to show you the blue very quickly.
I'm wearing black with a red tie. Actually, this really goes with what I'm wearing, even though it's a suit look. Yeah, the blue is hot too.
You know we're going to do the Madman next, right? You know that's coming.
Well, I hope
next.
so. But I'm excited about our Trekker because, you know, we really haven't done a piece like this, Jim. This is kind of, you know, again, the new direction. I would say new direction. The new direction that we started almost 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, but this is just taking us
I would think by now you're well into that direction.
Yeah, exactly. We really are. But again, even though we are, we still haven't done something, you know, in this kind of a...
Well, you're breaking tradition. You're known for having very elegant, very upscale pieces, very detailed textured dials. And now you're taking the idea of a detailed dial out of always doing texture into doing, you know, the different levels and the masks and the steel plates.
Absolutely.
You're making a very intricate looking machine is what you're doing.
Yep. I love, now, of course, as you know, with the 5040D, once the sweep second hand passes 30, you'll see the 1/10 of a second indicator actually stop. But again, the 5040D world-class quartz chronograph with 6 jewels, all metal parts, completely repairable.
Let's talk about that.
1/10 of a second.
The Fast Runner will stop at the 30-second mark. It's doing a few things. Number one, it's in battery save mode. It is internally timing. When I go to stop this, now is when it will display your 1/10 of a second.
Correct.
But if I were to keep this running, what it's going to do is also function as your 10 hours counter as well, with your minutes being up here up to 30 minutes and your constant running seconds here.
You want to show the split?
That little guy right there, okay, sure. That little guy right there does a lot. So Jim just stopped it
right there at 50.4, and we're talking a little bit. He'll activate it again, and it skipped right ahead. So that's your split functionality. Jim showed you the add, the split, the 1/10, the hours. You did it all in just a few seconds, Jim.
That's right, because that's why they pay me the
You've
big
been
bucks.
Practicing. But anyway, so you have a world-class quartz chronograph, guys, here in this beautiful case here, this beautiful piece. So, hey, take advantage of it.
All right, we don't have a lot of time left in this hour, but some of that time is going to be spent on one of our personal favorites, the Madman. And if you like an oversized watch, you're still going to have to prepare yourself. This is the biggest Stuhrling north to south that I have ever personally held. V9113, V111, V91113. You know, they pay me to talk for a living. You'd think I could at least do that properly.
Well, you scored one of these for yourself. You got the
I
gray.
did. I got the gray because I just thought, wow, how cool is this? I've got, you know, gray, putty gray matte finish dial that's raised above another dial. That lower dial is done in a gray perlage decoration.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, you've got...
This is hot.
A flat-out, sweet-looking watch. And by the way, I actually reversed that. The matte dial is the lower dial. One of the big things, before I go anywhere else, I want to show you the curvature. Then we're going to show you the rest of the watch.
Yeah.
This watch is very, very comfortable, very Manchester Aussie-like in the way that it will conform to the anatomy of your wrist. If you want to get something cool, if you want to get something completely off the wall and different, you get yourself the Madman. Look at that, 22 jewel automatic movement.
And the price, guys, look at the price. This is a mechanical automatic with quick set date. Just incredible value here, but the case size, as you said, Jim, this is actually 63 millimeters from lug to lug, from the end of the lugs, okay?
Yeah, it's a big, honking, masterful timepiece.
Madman, it's a lunatic. But no, it's 53 from 12 to 6, but 63 from lug to lug. If you wear a size 7-inch wrist, I saw somebody ask me a question on that. They wrote me an email or whatever. Truthfully, I think it's too big for a 7. If you're a 7 1/4 and up, perhaps, I think you.
Yeah, I've recently lost some weight, so I'm a little bit under an 8-inch wrist now.
You're okay.
And it's perfect on me. Again, it's meant to be oversized. That's the way it's designed. You've also got the 3 steel sections built into each side of the silicone rubber strap, which is very soft, pliable, and comfortable. Look at this, the large cutaway calendar aperture, the very unique colors in each of the 3 watches. This, again, is the gray, flat out, freaking cool.
Look at the rose gold execution, too. I mean, the black and orange, if you're a black and orange person, that's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, I love black and orange, too. I actually have that watch in black and orange. I have this one. But if you like browns and rose golds, look at this rose gold. I mean,
yeah, we're going to go to the rose in 1 second. We're on the way over to that right now. Keep in mind, folks, this is a true mechanical automatic. Again, another watch I wouldn't wear with a suit. Maybe the rose. You could get away with it with the rose. But there it is on the wrist. That's a hot-looking watch no matter how you slice it. Now, Larry, you got about an 8-inch wrist, right?
I'm 8, yeah.
Yep. Look at that thing. Now, watch as Larry moves his wrist in the light, and you'll see that perlage decoration done in that top half part of the dial. Remember, those are 2 separate dial components. Then you've got the addition of the layers with the calendar apertures. Then you've got that ring that goes around the top portion there to complete the circle.
Right.
You've got the individually applied luminescent hour markers. You've got the bolts. By the way, check this out. Those bolts actually function to hold the dial into the case. It's a very, very intricate design. I kind of look at it as an industrial look, in my opinion.
Well, it does have a kind of a machinist look. I would agree with you in that regard, Jim. You know, if you're one of those types that, you know, you don't want to draw attention to yourself, I would definitely stay away from this piece.
Don't wear this watch.
No, because this one is an eye catcher. If you like
dogs are going to run up to you and hump your leg, and women are going to see it from across the room.
Which I do. I love to have people notice my watch. I like to get into a conversation, okay? You know I do. But if you like that, this one does it because it is an eye catcher for sure. I mean, people see this one from across the street. Now, I don't think that, I mean, I don't see if, I mean, it's got to be too big for your wrist, Sean.
Does it? Well, I think it'll strap down. I think it's got enough room in there. But again, it's big, it's oversized. It is a large, large watch. But you know what? That's what it's all about. You meant for this to be an oversized watch. That's got to be why you called it the Madman, because it's insane.
It is.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's loopy.
Yeah, and it's got the name on the back and everything. But you know,
I'm going to show the back, too.
Okay, cool.
Because I roll like that.
Okay. But Shauna could probably wear that around her ankle. But it's so big.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. But, you know, this one caused quite a frenzy. The last time we had it here, Jim, I think it was about 5 months ago. You see the screwed-in case back. There's the Madman. But, and we blew it out that one night at this, really the same price.
Yeah, and we haven't had this back for four months?
Because you know why, Jim? As you can see by all the goods we've brought here, you know, in this rotation, our production schedule has just been swamped. you know, it's taken a long time. As you're learning, you know, as you're finding out how long it takes to get goods, you know, it takes time. I mean, and it's taken us 5 months to restock this piece, and we've got all new fresh goods here tonight for the first time. So if you missed it the last time, here it is. If you picked it up last time and you love the piece, and I know a lot of you out there do love this piece, here's a great opportunity to actually pick up a second one, a third one, different choices, great gift items here. You got the VPs as well to support it.
I'd like to talk to somebody that owns this watch.
Let's do
How about
it.
that?
Let's
Let's talk to David all the way out in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon. How are you tonight? Are you there?
Great. How about you, Jim?
I'm doing great. Thanks for calling in, by the way.
Oh, you bet. I'll tell you, I just love this watch.
Thank you.
I remember when it first came out, and you talked about it, and you just raved about it.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked awesome, so I bought it. And I'll tell you that really the TV doesn't do it justice, because when you get it at home, it's just going to knock your socks off.
It's so much more three-dimensional in that dial than what we can show on television.
That's absolutely right. I have the gray, or the silver tone, and it is just the different layers and textures. It's an absolute knockout. Out of all my watches in my collection, this is my favorite watch.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, everywhere I wear it, I have people stop me. I can be walking into a restaurant. Strangers will grab a hold of my wrist, stop me, and say, "What in the world is that?"
It's the Madman, and they look at you like you're crazy.
It's the Madman. That's right.
Well, I'm glad to hear
It's
that,
an
because, you know,
amazing watch.
that's one of the main reasons we buy all the various different kinds of watches we do. We love to be able to share that passion with other people, and they do. They notice a watch this size with this amount of detail in it.
And
Everywhere I go, you know what? If you're the shy type and you don't want to get noticed, you want to just kind of, hunker in a corner somewhere, don't buy this watch. Because if you buy it and you wear it, everywhere you go, people are going to be stopping you.
thank you for saying that, David. I know it's true. I feel the exact same way. I appreciate it, and we appreciate the support as well.
You bet. It's a gorgeous watch. I have to tell you, I own several Stuhrlings, and I love them all. The way you talk about the dial work, really, the TV doesn't do justice for any of your dials. They're all just beautifully textured, and they're gorgeous watches. Every one I have I love, but this is by far and away my favorite Stuhrling, I've got to tell you.
And they allow you to own a lot of luxury for a very low cost, I think, is the big thing, because dials with this degree of detail is usually a much, much more expensive watch. I'm really glad to hear that you're so satisfied with your purchases, David.
One question, David. Are you picking up anything tonight, or you just called in to give us your support?
Well, you know what? I missed the tourbillon. I'm still watching. I'm hoping to pick up one more later tonight. I'm not sure yet. I'm just kind of watching, and whatever I get, whatever kind of catches my eye.
Sure.
I'm one of those people that pretty much the only watches I buy are automatics. And one of the things I really appreciate about Stuhrling is you make buying an automatic, a manual or an automatic watch is affordable, and I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, David.
Well, David, I want to thank you for calling in, and happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to you and your family as well.
You too.
Thank you
very
so much. All right, I'm throwing the black and orange on just to be a little bit different. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to own one of these too, because they're so cool. They're so comfortable.
It's so much fun for such a small amount of money, too.
And black. I mean, black is sexy. Look at that.
Well, that's the one I have. Now, you photographed one of these, didn't you? I forgot.
I photographed mine, the gray. I never photographed the black. I'm going to have to take that opportunity and do that. Let me just look at that. You know you want that on your wrist. That is just slick, sweet, and sexy.
Yeah. Wow. Grab as many of these as you can, guys, because, you get one for yourself and one for a gift, People are going to, you talk about, people always hear me talk about the wow factor. When I say the wow factor, I'm always talking about perceived value. In this case, of course there's perceived value too, but it really is more of a wow because it's just so big, it just blows you away.
Well, let's not forget the fact that you are still getting an automatic movement. You're not buying into a quartz at $139. You go into a retail store, try to find a watch with this kind of presence, this kind of stature, and then find this kind of watch with this amount of detail on the dial, then try to get in an automatic. you're going to spend hundreds at a minimum. This is $139. Everybody can afford this. It's $1 a month, interest-free on the value pay system.
$1 a day?
It's easy. That's what I said, isn't it?
I think you said $1 a month.
Did I say $1 a month? Yeah, sure. You know, new value pay system. Tell the operator Jim approved that it's $1 a month. Enjoy. No, please don't do that. It's $1 a day when you break it down across value pay. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, poor operators just got flooded. Jim said $1 a month, and I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to sue. All right. V91113, $28.
We're getting great response here. Thank you, everybody.
You think this is great? You know, in 4.5 minutes.
Still, yeah.
4.5 minutes, Larry and I are going to come at you like a spider monkey. Now, we're going to come at you with a brand new hour top value that's a gents plus ladies set in a skeletonized automatic for under $100. Under $100. Yeah. It's coming.
Just look at this long shot right here. Okay, from that far away, you see something big and bold and shiny on the
That would be Larry. He's big and bold and shiny.
That's the rose gold, by the way. Okay.
All right, V91113. Time to get out of here. Time to skedaddle, as your great aunt might say. V90105 still available. Oh my goodness, there are about 50 pieces remaining in the gray. That is it. Out of the hundreds that we had, 6 value pays of $24.91, my friends. Your spotlight for today. Remember, that price goes away at midnight, and so do those value pays.
Guys, don't fight the urge. Just go ahead
Don't
and
fight
give
the
in.
I never fight the urge. I go with the urges.
That's right.
I let my urges control me,
Tonight's
actually.
a six-pack kind of night, guys.
Lucky I'm not in prison. V90096. It is the Raven XP.
There we go.
For $79, man. This quartz moving.
Once only.
And the once only? It's only, oh, wait. Are you, oh, that's right. Duh, I'm not even thinking.
It's over.
Yeah, we got a new R top value coming. This is over in 3 minutes. I thought it was this hour and next hour. It's not. V90150.
No, I think it's good till
No, it's good till the end of this hour. Because the R top value negates any once only offer.
Well, I think we should ask if they can go one more hour.
Well, they can't because our systems don't do that. It's your R top value. Don't go whining to me.
All right.
V90306. By the way, V numbers mean they're going to ship directly from the vendor to you without having to come to us first. So it goes faster, it goes quicker. Larry kisses each one on the way out the door. And if you're lucky, you get a lock of his hair and a little bit of DNA. I don't know. Anyway, once our top value comes up, you're going to be mind-boggled. Stay tuned. We'll boggle it together.
Purely elegant, purely precious. The look of high-end diamonds bathed in pure platinum. And only you know the difference. Brilliante Purely Platinum.
There's only a few more days until Christmas, and I can barely contain myself. But my mom, she's so calm because she got ready for Christmas with ShopNBC. She said they have everything. Great gift ideas, stuff for our home, and everything is guaranteed to arrive by Christmas. They even let you return things until the end of January. It's the place to get ready for the holidays with the big Christmas countdown on ShopNBC.
It's smart, sensible, the best thing to hit the holiday since jolly old St. Nick. It's value shipping, the premium way to shop NBC with confidence this holiday season. Pay one low shipping rate throughout the day and all additional items ship absolutely free. You spend time shopping and we'll take care of the rest. One box, one price, only one place to find a holiday offer this good. You guessed it. It's the premium way we exceed all your expectations. It's holiday shopping made easy. It's Shop NBC with confidence.
35.
A brand new day, a brand new hour top value. Get on the phone now, because what you're seeing on your screen is not a price for one watch. And that honestly, and we've done one skeleton watch for $95, and it's been a tremendous success, a tremendous value. This is what you're getting. One of each, a gents and a ladies. All you choose is, do you want silver tone, rose tone, or gold tone? That is all you have to choose. You would get two individually boxed beauties, skeletonized mechanical automatics. The remaining dial that is there is beautifully textured. Gents is a 44, ladies is a 35 millimeter. It is $15 a month. That's it. $15 a month puts both watches under the tree, or however, whatever holiday you're celebrating this year, as your gifts. Larry Magen, President of North American Operations, here to tell you why, if you don't buy this, you're absolutely out of your mind. Right, Larry?
Well, I wouldn't say you're out of your mind, but I would say this, okay? Thanks. Great introduction, Jim. We're often flying. They're telling me the phone lines are already going crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Look, here's the thing, guys. As I said in the first hour, okay, it is an honor to be part of ShopNBC's gift giving season in full swing, and to have an R-top value is a major honor, and we wanted to meet it head on. This is not about us trying to make money. This is about us trying to do our part and contribute and get new customers. Let's face it, we're all about, you know, getting more Stuhrling originals out there, giving you the opportunity. This is gift giving extraordinaire. You've seen our Delphi as an R-top value. I think it was $83, okay, for just one watch, the gentleman's watch.
One.
That was the 39 millimeter. I think it was $83 if I'm not mistaken.
And that was an R-top value price.
And that was an R-top value price, okay? Take a look at what's actually being done right here. This is we call it the Delphi of Oracle gift set. You see, we made some slight modifications to the dial, Jim. You see the O-inspired dial here. We have an upgraded movement on this as well. We'll talk about that in 1 second.
Yeah, we're going to get into specifics later. Right now, we're going to show you all the color choices. We're going to show them to you on both Ryan and Shauna, and you can see what it looks like, what they look like matched together. There is your gents and ladies gold tone. Remember, under one item number, you are receiving two watches, a gents and a ladies. Here is the rose, has more of a tobacco brown strap, whereas the gold tone gets more of an orange type of brown leather strap.
Kind of a maple?
Silver, yeah, kind of a maple, yeah, sure. Then you go into the silver tone, gives you the black strap. Now, they're bamboo style, which means it's a leather strap that gives you a similar look to an alligator type pattern. Let me give you some high-res shots, some photography I was able to do. There's a great shot of just the balance assembly, just the balance wheel that you see there. The amazing things you can see into the watch being skeletonized. Folks, do not pass up on this deal. It's both watches for well under $100 on 6 value pays, $15 a month, man. You have got to get in on this deal before they sell out. Now, we did not bring in as many as I initially thought we were going to. I was thinking, oh, you know, we got to be doing like 18,000 of these sets. We're not. We do not have enough to go around, and I apologize to those of you that are guaranteed to miss out on this. Buy it now. Make your choice. You're safe, you're set, you're secure. You will get your watch. Buy one for you. Buy another set for other family members that have always wanted this level, an automatic skeleton watch, a true work of art, a symphony of time played out on your wrist, there for the world to see at only $15 a month.
Well, you know, Jim, when you have a Skelton mechanical automatic timepiece and you're wearing it, it makes a statement. It's a statement about your persona, your personality, that, hey, I appreciate watchmaking the old-fashioned way, before there were quartz movements with batteries in watches and so forth. This is, you know, where you have to wind the watch by the crown. And then
I love your rotor.
Yeah, well, this is, again, the new movement. Now, many of you have seen our ST90089 and many of our Skelton. This is the new, I believe it's ST90050. It's still a 3-hand Skelton mechanical. It's still got 20 jewels, but you can see it looks a little bit different on the backside, okay?
It's cleaner.
Yeah,
it's a cleaner new
fresh.
look.
It's very well said, Jim. It's got a fresh, clean look. Doesn't have the scroll work and all that, which gives it more of an ornate look. But again, when you're wearing a Skelton mechanical automatic, and guys, you know this, okay, it's about appreciation and showing your love of watchmaking. And that's why so many of you come to ShopNBC, is because you love watches. You actually collect watches. You love them. And, you know, this is kind of a dressy piece, let's face it, okay? But if you're not, let's say, in the mode of, you know, I'm going to wear a dressy piece or something like that, this is an incredible gift item at this time of the year. This is why we did this, because everybody can use a Skelton mechanical automatic because they get dressed up at one time or another. And if you're a watch collector, your friends and family, they know that. So to give a gift from a watch collector, and you're giving a Skelton mechanical, the perceived value of this particular timepiece is really $1,000 or more. That's the perceived value, okay? I'm not talking in reality here. I'm not going to say this is a $1,000 watch. I'm not going to try to deceive anybody here. No. But the perceived value of a mechanical automatic, and it's coming from a watch guy, they're thinking, oh my God, I can't believe this, okay? And you don't have to tell them you're bringing it home for $47. On value pays that cost you $7.50. I mean, they don't have to know about that kind of thing. So here's a chance. You buy the set.
Look at my hand back here.
Yeah, it's skeletonized completely. You buy the set, and if you're a guy, you can keep the 44 and you can give the smaller one to a lady. If you're a lady, vice versa. Or ladies will actually keep both of them because ladies can wear the 44 as well. Also, you know, Jim, on this smaller one, I was thinking about it. I'm going to run this by you because I know
Father and son. Father and son gift set.
You read my mind. We didn't even talk about that.
We are in sync.
I was going to run this by you because of the fact that I know you have a young boy there. And a young child, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, you know, he could wear the smaller one and get him in.
Yeah, because it doesn't say ladies on it. It doesn't have pretty little flowers or bunnies or anything. There's nothing to denote ladies except for the size.
Right.
So preteen son, go for it, man. Get a father and son gift set going here. Or maybe this is going to be his gift set. You're going to buy him the smaller one for now, and then when he hits his growth spurt at, you know, 13, 14 years old, then you hand him the large one and go, here you go, Sean, here's your bigger version. Whatever you want to do, man. Let's show the perfect packaging.
Right. Well,
it will not come with that bow, so I want to take that bow off of there.
Well, somebody put a bow on it.
Yeah, I don't want people to think they're getting it like that.
No, you're not going to get the bow, but look, I do want to say this. Each one is coming individually boxed. Now, we've done box sets with him and hers before where they both come in the same box.
They're individual.
The nice thing about this is they're coming in individual boxes, okay? This is our layout box, okay? And then both of them, when it's closed, are going to come in one sleeve. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they come in one sleeve. You take the black sleeve off, and you've got two separate items. So again, get as many as you can. Get, you know, one rose tone, one gold tone, and one silver tone. Decide which one you want to keep, and then you've got gifts to give away. So again, I think that makes it a great gift item as well, that they're individually boxed.
Yeah, because, you know, maybe you don't want to buy this for you and your wife, or, you know, maybe you don't even have a wife. Maybe you want to get one for you and give one to someone else, an aunt, a daughter, a mother, just a friend possibly. Look at this. There is your balance wheel. There is the escapement of the movement. This is the beauty that you can look into and see in a skeletonized movement. There's that regulatory process of your movement, your shock protection, which is surrounding that jewel right there, that red ruby jewel. You're looking at the hairspring. You're looking at, see a little movement, the thing that's kind of bobbing back and forth there? That's your pallet fork, exit and entry pallets. That's actually pausing the release of the mainspring ever so slightly. There again is a nice shot. There's your mainspring coiled up in the corner there by the two. That's the central power source of your movement. You see the center wheel just moved. You see the third and fourth wheels down there if you really pay attention. You also see by the 4 o'clock position the keyless works. That is where your crown is actually impacting the movement itself, how you're making those adjustments. Let's show them the case back. There are your blued screws, your rotor, your barrel for the mainspring. Opposite the barrel is going to be the balance assembly once again. And there is the balance from the rear. These are the wonderful things that whether you're new to watches or you've owned watches all of your life and collected, you get to enjoy the beauty and share that beauty with others and share that education as well.
Well, very much so. Very well said, Jim. You know, that's one of the things about owning a skeletonized mechanical automatic, and that's why this price defies logic, really, is because when you have a mechanical automatic movement, you know, they're not inexpensive, of course, but then when they're skeletonized, that means they've been cut away. All the extraneous metal parts have been cut away because they know it's going to be seen, and that's more expensive. It's more labor intensive, but that's what allows you to share your love of watchmaking. People see that. They can see through the dial, they can see through the movement, and they can see the balance wheel that's oscillating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. They can see the regulator wheel with the pallet fork, releasing power into the drivetrain. They can see the hairspring. You can see all those things. And even if you don't know the names of them, eventually you will learn the names of them. Also, the case design, I think, is so elegant. This is our Delphi case. And on the men's, we went with the 44 millimeter size. If you recall, Jim, when we did the Delphi for the R-top value, that was a 39 millimeter case. This is the larger version, which is like our Apollo. There's a 44 millimeter, guys, so it's a nice dress size for the men. And, we did get a lot of requests from women. Can you make it exactly like that, but smaller for the women? Because our ladies' version of the Skelton Mechanical was our Lady Wall Street. And it was the same movement, but the case, was a different case. And they wanted the Delphi case. So here, we've been working on this for months. It's scaled down.
This step case design is really gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the step case design here. It adds more elegance, adds definitely a lot more luxury to the overall look of the watch as well. I'm understanding we have a phone call coming in all the way out in California. Don't want to keep him waiting much longer. We're going to talk to Wayne all the way out in California. How are you tonight, Wayne?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Great. Happy holidays to you. What brings you into the show? Did you buy one of the R-top value sets?
I purchased the set that you're showing currently, and it came at the most wonderful time because I've been racking my brain to figure out a present for a friend of mine and his wife.
There you go.
And it's just good timing, good karma. What more can I say?
Well, I'm glad to hear that it satisfied your gift-giving needs because it is a giftable price point at this price, isn't it?
It certainly is. And I want to say something to Larry.
Okay, I'm listening, Wayne.
And Jim, you can listen into this because...
Okay, I'll listen, but I'll shut up.
Okay. I'm not much of I'm not considered a watch collector, but I have numerous watches. And one of your other products on ShopNBC, the sport and the big, bulky, I've been that route. But I got to say, Larry, that when it comes to the elegance and the dress watches and that certain savoir-faire of timepieces, I'm coming that direction now, and Stuhrling certainly is the product to have. And I mean that wholeheartedly.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. I don't think we'll ever totally abandon our roots. We have expanded our collection tremendously in the last 2-3 years. But as you can see, even with this R-top value right here, this is a throwback for us, and we still do the very elegant.
You do some beautiful classics. You really do.
Very, very much so. And I really appreciate you calling in to take the time to call in and tell us that, Wayne, because it's better coming from you than coming from me, but it's so true. And so thank you very much for doing that.
Well, you're certainly welcome, and I've always been a Stuhrling fan. I have a couple of other watches. I can't remember the names of them, and I have a few Skelton automatics from other watch companies. But I got to say, Stuhrling is number one in the elegance and the dressier watches.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That classic look is certainly dominated on our network here by Stuhrling. They do it so very well.
Thank you so much, Wayne. Have a great holiday season, and I'm sure that your friends are going to really, really enjoy this. Don't tell them how much you paid for it.
I'm so glad I'm going to order one for myself now.
Well, good for you, Wayne. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope they do as well. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Same to both of you. Good night now.
Thank you very much.
Good night. Thank you. So not only is he excited to get this set for his friends, and he was sitting there trying to think, what am I going to get him? I'm sure the budget has changed over the years with the new economy going, okay, what can I get both of them they're going to enjoy? Not another whatever for the house, but something for each of them they can each enjoy without breaking the bank. And here is a great way to do it. For $94, what we would normally do as a discounted price for one Skelton automatic, you are getting two. The 44 millimeter gents, the 35 millimeter ladies, both identical watches, both skeletonized automatics. I'm telling you, all you got to do is pick, do I want gold tone, rose tone, or silver tone? Join the party on the phone lines. Use automated ordering. Use ShopNBC.com. I've only got about 3.5 more minutes, and then we've got to move off of this. We will show it again next hour. We've already sold 700 watches in the past few minutes, and it will continue to click in. And I want to say watches, but no, sets. Over 700 sets of watches. I don't want anybody to think out there that you're only getting one. You are getting both, individually boxed for separate gift giving, and that if that's the way you want to go. One to Uncle Bob and one to your daughter, one to your best buddy Steve, and the one to your girlfriend, one for your your father, one for your wife. This is the way to do it.
Do you realize, Jim, if you were to call up, this is eligible for value shipping too, so they only pay one shipping charge. If you were to call up and say, I want to order 6 sets, give me 2 of each, right? Your payment is going to be $100, and for $100, you're actually bringing home 12 watches.
You realize,
12 watches.
Yeah.
I mean, you were talking 12 gifts.
Crazy.
You want to give multiple gifts. If you're one of those ladies, and in my jewelry
business,
business,
you're a multiple gifter.
In my jewelry business, I had a number of lady clients, okay, and not so much the men, but the ladies. They were multiple type of gift buyers.
The women, they love the Larry.
So like on Christmas, when the Christmas would come around, they would give to all the guys in the family, like whether they're computers or whatever, they would get the same thing. And the guy and the women, they would get the same thing. If you're one of those types, this is fantastic. If you like giving multiple
Don't
gifts.
forget, you can shop online right there. Boom. You just click it and you make it happen. It's like magic, this internet.
And I just want to stress, you see the price, and the first thing that you think of is, oh my goodness, you're thinking,
I wish every website had a zoom-in feature.
Could it really be, that good of a watch when you're getting 2 mechanical automatics for $95? Is it possible?
You're backing it up with your famous warranty.
Absolutely. We have the warranty, exactly, 2-year international warranty. If anything goes wrong, you send it to our service center. We back it up like we always do. But this is, I want to point out, our all-time #1 selling Skelton mechanical automatic timepiece is our Delphi. This is from the Delphic lineage, as we like to say, okay? And that's saying a lot, Jim, because as you know, we do a lot of Skelton mechanical timepieces. Some people think we do too many of them. But with all of them that we do, our Delphi is still #1, even ahead of the Alpine, which is very close. But the Delphi is #1, and it's #1 for a reason. And here, it's a gift set. You get 2 of them.
Two. Not 1. 2.
Okay, under $100.
Basket not included that you see on the screen there. $15 a month. Rose tone gives you that kind of tobacco brown, dark brown strap. Gold tone gives you a lighter brown, almost an orange kind of color. And then you go into the silver tone, gives you the classic black strap.
And by the way, on the rose tone, even at this price, that's still 16-karat rose gold layering. On the yellow gold,
it will look like solid gold.
Yes, and on the yellow gold, that's still 23-karat yellow gold layering.
It will look like real gold.
On the stainless steel. So,
congratulations to everybody picking that up. Stay on the phone line. Just because we're moving off does not mean we're sold out. We do have a good quantity. I still do not believe it's enough to last the full day, and I might know a thing or two about what I'm talking about here. Now, you've only got 30 days until Christmas. There's a lot of cool stuff coming your way.
Guys, get ready.
Special offers, special pricing, special value pays, minimum of 5 on everything. How cool is that? Value shipping, extended return policy till January 31st. But you know what? The first watch I'm going to show you in this preview might send a lot of you guys over the edge. This is the newest version of the numbered limited edition of the Midnight Falcon. Now you have the gold tone bezel, very slick, very cool, but you have this new bronzed bezel that comes off almost as a very deep, deep, deep purple. It is the slickest looking watch. For $199, again, Swiss-made chronograph movement, B91296 carbon fiber dial with multiple levels of steel over that. Crazy series of watches that I love. Oh my goodness, the last time he came around, I was not able to air the Traveler. I am here, it is here. I love this watch. B90684.
Unbelievable.
The most unique complication of a world timer that I have personally ever played with. And it's $89. It's so simple to use, it's going to totally mess up your head. You're going to go, wow, it's really that easy? It is that easy. It's going to be, we're going to have a lot of fun with that watch. Right now, though, We're going to go back once again to a simpler time, a
Yes.
classic look, yet in a larger size than what the vintage would actually be, V90305. It is the cuvette. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yes.
We've never done this for $87.
No, not even
I want to
close.
point out very quickly, at $87 on a $17 value pay, this 41.5 millimeter watch is not a quartz. I repeat, not a quartz, but a true decorated automatic with sub-second indicator with calendar. I think it's very, very important that you realize that it is an automatic, and when you see this dial, you're going to flip out.
Not only that, Jim, not only is it a mechanical automatic with small second subdial, but this is a high-grade caliber movement in our collection. It's actually, a step up for us. This is the slimmest mechanical automatic movement that we make. From the front of the case to the back is roughly 9.5 millimeters in that range, okay? But for a mechanical automatic, that's slim. Now, we've all seen the ultra slim watches that are quartz watches that are like paper thin, but this is a mechanical automatic, and it's got the cuvette, refers to the actual case design, where it comes like a stadium, like a bowl, and it comes down. It's actually only 30 millimeters in diameter against your wrist in a 40 millimeter case overall diameter. Now, many of you have seen the Cuvette 44, which came out. Okay, this is the original cuvette in the 40 millimeter case, and as Jim pointed out, very classic, very traditional
I love
look.
this dial.
You see the swirled guilloche soleil pattern, as you can see right there, individually applied Arabic numerals going around. You've got the blued hands on this particular one. This is the 16-karat rose gold execution. If you like the blued hands, you're going to want to go with the rose gold. This is the rose tone, okay, with the blued hands, if you like the blue, which I do. The genuine French leather strap, very, very nicely done, but a very classic, traditional look here, 40 millimeters. And as Jim pointed out, yes, it's a classic. What we call a 40 a full size for a man. Okay, that's what we call full size
in an elegant watch, yeah.
Right, but as Jim pointed out, compared to days gone by of yesteryear, this would actually be about 4 millimeters larger than...
Yeah, because you're looking at 33, 34, 35 millimeters back if you go back to the 40s, 50s, 60s. This is much larger. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this on Shauna right this very second, and then we're going to take in a phone call. We're going to have a party.
Don't miss this,
We're going
guys.
to bring in the donkey.
If this isn't for you, you're one of those you're one of those guys that likes the big sport watches, it's still a great gift item. Again, don't forget, this is gift-giving season here. This is gifts from Stuhrling Original.
You got 30 days till Christmas, man.
This is gifts from Stuhrling Original, and guys, and look at this price. This is a gift. This is a gift.
All right, let's see how Shauna feels wearing this classic vintage watch. This is a simplified elegance. There's a lot of different reasons to love watches and different designs, and we love over-the-top stuff. We love very aggressive sport watches, but there is a time and a place for a very simple, elegant, classic look that will never go out of style, and this is one of them. And it's got a dash of additional luxury with that beautiful textured dial that you see on there. It amplifies the radiance and the beauty coming from within this watch. Add to that, it's an uber slim automatic movement that allows it to sit lower profile on the wrist, allows you more flexibility within your wardrobe. Maybe you're going to wear French cuffs, and this is the watch that you're going to choose to do that with. Maybe you're going to give this to dear old dad and remind him of a watch he may have owned 40 years ago, except now it's a little bit more modernized. What we're going to do right now is we're going to talk to somebody on the phone. We have a phone call coming in. We've got John calling in from Texas. Thank you for sharing your time with us, John. How are you? Are you there, John?
Yes, I'm here.
Good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Happy holidays.
Hi, John.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
We got you. Come on.
Talk to me, John.
Yeah, the delayed sound has thrown me off.
Yeah, turn off the sound on your television. There's no way you'll be able to have a conversation with us otherwise.
Sounds good.
There you go. How
Anyway,
you doing tonight?
Okay, I wanted to tell you, Jim, I've been watching you since the first night you came on.
Really? Thank you.
And I've enjoyed each and every show that I've watched. And Larry, you're a kick.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that.
Really.
I'm glad I'm good. I'm glad I'm providing you with some entertainment.
But I have to ask you, though, how did you build that tourbillon at that price and sell it? I bought one of those tonight along with an
Sure.
value package. It's incredible. I mean, just utterly incredible.
You know, there's a lot that goes into that. Number one, you're talking about a watch maker as far as the movement maker that even for them, it's not a Swiss-made movement, that's true, but also it takes their top skilled craftsmen to make that. They make them in tens. I mean, you order 10 pieces, 15 pieces. We negotiated and we bought hundreds, okay? So we got the best price. Also, our manufacturing partner, George J. Von Berg, has tremendous pull, tremendous influence. We do a lot of business over there. We're a big customer over there for that. So we had a lot of strings to pull. And then on top of that, you talk about gift-giving season. We came in here, it wasn't about making money on the tourbillon, okay? We came in here and we wanted to show our wares. We wanted to show our stuff. We wanted everybody to see we're Stuhrling original. We're the ones who were the first people to bring a tourbillon to television. And so, I mean, basically, it wasn't about making money on that piece.
I believe you. I tell you, all your pieces are beautiful. I've been collecting them for years. I have a rose gold with an alligator strap, brown alligator strap I bought probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I still get compliments on it. It's just your work is impeccable, and I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to buy your watches, and Jim, to watch you on each and every one of your shows and buy some of the other fine product as well. I thank you guys for giving me an opportunity to come on tonight and speak. It's just it's a real pleasure to watch you.
Well, thank you, John. It means a lot to me to have your loyalty over these 5.5 years or so, and I'm glad that you had a chance to enjoy the great products we bring out. Unfortunately, we have to let John go very quickly here because I'm being told we're moving on. But it was a great pleasure having you on the show, John, and please do call back again in the future. But where we're about to go, we're about to boldly go, actually. Oh, wait, before we get there. The Emperor's Grandeur, which we have on purpose apparently misspelled. There is actually a D in Grandeur. The 91307, that's a lot bigger than you think it is. And I'm not going to tell you anything more about it yet. I want you to be strung along. I want you to hang on the line because I don't want to sell out before we get to it. That's an awesome watch.
It's a stupid price.
You could fit an Emperor inside of that watch. It's so big.
Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this piece, Jim.
Oh, yeah, V91238. You wore yours in here tonight.
I wore mine in here tonight. Where is it? They took it away. No, here.
Oh, the Metropole Elite Automatic.
I love it.
One of the coolest bracelets I think Stuhrling has ever done.
We're starting to do more bracelets, Jim, and we're doing them right too. We really are. This is an awesome bracelet.
This next watch, the Midnight Falcon. I own the black with the blue that is now all completely 100% sold out. Here is another in the numbered limited edition versions. Your choice of what we're going to call them, gold tone, or what did we name this other one, guys? What did we name it here at Shop? Wow, we are creative. We called it brown. It is not brown. It is a deep, deep, deep bronze that will come across in some lighting as almost a purple, which I find utterly fascinating, especially because of the very unique color choice that you chose to accent the hands with a bright lime green.
It's hot, isn't it?
This is sexy personified.
Absolutely. I mean, our Falcon series has really, jumped into the lead for us in a big way on our sportsman side of the business here. You've seen from the very beginning, Jim, our original Falcon. Then we came out with the all-black, triple black Falcon. Then we started this series here, the Midnight Falcon, where they're all the black PVD cases. And we have 4 executions now. These are the 2 brand new ones, okay? Brand new executions, the gold tone and the bronze tone. And we're calling it brown here for ShopNBC purposes, but this is the bronze tone. And a lot of you have seen our Falcons. These are limited editions of 250. We'll show you the case backs. You'll get to see the numbering. You'll get a really nice certificate that comes with it to match the case and everything that you can, show your certificate of origin. There's your numbering on the case back as well. 250. And, Jim, I just want to point out, you said something, and if there's anybody hanging on every one of your words, and there usually is.
I hope not, because that would be dangerous.
But when you said you got the blue for yourself, and
because the black with the blue,
black with the blue, and they're all sold out. We only brought about half of the.
Oh, really? So they're coming back.
We don't have them yet, but there's still another 125 still to come. Maybe we'll see those.
Awesome.
Might see them in March or February or March. But
well, thank you for letting us know.
But we didn't, have the full 250 at that time.
Look at the gold tone. Now, this is really unique because what you've got here is actually a silver tone carbon fiber, which will be the most 3-dimensional of all of these versions that have so far been made. And that allows any printing that's done on there, as well as every plate to appear as if they're floating, because what you don't know is there's actually an acrylic plate on
I was just going to say that, Jim. Thank
There's
you.
an acrylic plate over the carbon fiber that furthers the three-dimensional effect that truly makes this. It's like you know, one of those those little mirrors that you see in the gag stores with all the lights around it, and it looks like it just keeps going on forever. That's what this appears to do. Now, you will not know there's an acrylic plate there. I just happen to know how a watch is constructed to create this effect.
Right, because
look at that.
The giveaway, what Jim's talking about, is if you look at the small second subdial with the falcon head insignia for the pointer, it's got the luminous beak, as you can see right there, where Jim's finger was in there, okay? You look at the little indices that are printed on there, you can't print like that on a dial with this kind of texture. So there's actually an acrylic plate that gives you the smoothness that it's printed on. And that's kind of the giveaway right there, that it's actually covered and sealed with an acrylic plate. But you can see the different dial components. Now, what's in here is now this is a modified Ronda StarTech 5030D, okay? The standard 5030D has the horizontal numbering for the dates, because usually you put a date aperture somewhere over on the right-hand side, maybe by 4 or 5 o'clock position, and the numbers are going this way. But if you take a close look at the date wheel on this, Jim, up at 12 o'clock, you'll see that the dates are actually vertical, okay? So it's a special modification.
I love these pushers, too, because what you've got here, look at this. The case is actually black. The pushers are gunmetal. You've got this gold tone, the black rubber strap. And by the way, this is a good point, a good time to bring up this point. Look at the way the rubber strap has been molded with the raised center, but look how it's actually attached. This is not a standard, there is no lug, actually. They are screwed in from the ends, and people do ask, well, how tough is it? You guys actually have a pull test on this, right?
Yeah, they're all pull force tested to 5 kilograms. They're all pull force tested. You know, trusty George J. Von Berg, our director of manufacturing, our exclusive manufacturing partner, oversees every step of the process. Jim is showing you the limited edition certificate. I'm going to grab this gold one out of the shop because I have to see this on my wrist, guys. You're going to love this piece.
This will come with each and every watch purchase to certify that you own one of only 250 individually numbered watches. It will give you a, well, I'm just going to say it, far beyond thorough description of the watch. I mean,
the interesting thing is when you look at the description on the executions, it shows you the details in the manufacturing, the level that we go to on each piece.
Well, let me read off very quickly because this is a lot of fun to do this.
Well, okay. Now,
black PVD
one
case.
thing, before you do, I have to say this certificate is not
for a different watch.
Different Falcon. Okay.
Black PVD case and case back with black case. You actually told them what color their screws are. I love that.
Because they're changed.
Black dial faceplate, the minute track on dial with rose tone, 1/5 minute markers. Rose tone calendar border with black printing for logo. White printing on acrylic dial for small seconds and text. Black carbon fiber main dial with rose tone hour and minute hands. Rose tone small seconds hand. Blue stop center sweep hand with rose tone Stuhrling S tail. Blue hands and minute. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. A rubber ridged belt. Rose tone chapter ring on black PVD bezel. Gunmetal colored winged pushers with rose tone screw hinges. If you had never seen this watch, you could build it from random parts after reading this description.
I don't think so, but at least you have the formula, huh? You have the recipe.
Ronda StarTech caliber 5030D, add and split function chronograph with small seconds and 12-hour counter. Folks, if you're not buying this watch based on the beauty of the watch, buy it for the incredible amount of work Larry put into typing this. All right.
All right, Coach.
All right, V91150. Today's our top value. You get a set, baby, a set, not just one. You get both a 44mm gents, a 35mm ladies matching set of skeletonized automatic watches. Woo, for $15 a month. And the Emperor's Grandeur for $147.98. There's a couple things you don't know about this movement. I'm not going to give it all away right now. It's cool. It does a lot of stuff. It is more wild than you think it is. Big, too. Big honking watch.
49.
You weren't supposed to give it away, but that's all right. 49mm case.
Sorry, Jim.
And every bit of the elegance that you would expect from the Emperor series.
I'm having too much fun.
You and I always have fun together, though.
Well, it is fun.
I love having you out here.
You know.
All right. We're going to go in. We're going to go into one of the coolest movements that Stuhrling uses, V90684. Now, I want you to keep in mind, it's a 40-millimeter case. It's not a big, giant watch. There is a bigger version.
Yes.
But we don't have that here tonight. This is the more classic version.
Right. This is
it's
the original.
$89. It's 6 value pays of $14.96. But it's what this watch does and how it does it. People get sometimes confused about world timers, don't they, Larry?
Well, absolutely. We have, as you know, a new one that came out, and I love the new one, okay? Hopefully we're going to get to it tonight, tomorrow night, whenever. But that is very typical where it's mechanical automatic. You have to rotate a flange or a bezel to, see what time it is around the world. With this Swiss quartz movement here, and this actually is made by Rhonda, by the way, okay? And of course, to me, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to quartz movements, to me, Rhonda is second to none. But in any case, this one, once you set it one time, okay, and you get your watch set, you're done. You don't have to set it anymore. Because as the minute hand advances and the hour hand advances, so too does that center hour indicating wheel for the rest of the world. So you set it once, and you can always, at a single glance, you can tell the time completely around the world. But look at the elegant, italicized Arabic numerals that are all individually applied. The elongated leaf-style hands are so elegant on this piece. Okay, everything about it, the guilloche soleil pattern on what's remaining of the dial, you can see it emanating out of the center, and then of course it's skeletonized, so you can see the 24-hour wheel, Jim. But if you want to set the watch, I'll set it up for you, and we'll describe it. Okay, so he set it. It is set, or no? You're setting it now. It is set. Okay, it's set. So let's stop it.
Yeah, there we go.
Right now, it's what time is it here in Minneapolis?
Well, I know I've gone around the dial a few times. Let me go back around into PM. All right. Right now it is 11:35.
So
if I do this,
I want to say something.
At the 11 o'clock hour, I've already got it set up.
So go to 11:35.
11:35.
So right now here it is, 11:35 in Central Time, right? So what time is it in Paris? Well, you see over at the 9 o'clock position, if we come in tight, you'll see Paris right there, okay? And then you see
6:35 in the morning.
Well, actually, wouldn't it be 5:35?
5:35. Sorry, yeah, it was within 5 and 6.
Right, because so when you set it, I don't know if you said it perfectly straight up.
I might have missed a click there. Well, let's go on the hour. There you go.
Okay.
So if it's midnight here in Minneapolis, it's 6 a.m. in Paris.
Right. And you got
it is 8 a.m. in Moscow. It is Sydney, Australia. Looks like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So at a glance, you get to read it all. It's not complex and confusing. You said it once. You said it once. That's it.
Right. It's got a nice decoration on the case back. Now, the Traveler has become, of course, a signature piece for Stuhrling Original. I'm sure most of you out there watching the show have already seen this piece. We've had
I'm going to put one of these on, showing off.
Close to 5 years now. I joined the company a little more than 5 years ago, and this came out right after I joined the company. So it's about 5 years now. Is Shauna going to put this one on? Okay,
yeah, I was being beckoned to give her the black as I was handing her the rose.
But you can see the Traveler emblazoned across the case back. As you can see, it's a screwed-in case back with, you won't get the fingerprints with it, guys.
Dirty. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Hold on. There we go.
Doesn't come with it. But
I'm dirty.
all the screwed-in case back, you see the screws going all the way around?
I do. I see a lot of screws there.
So that way, you know it's not just a pop-off case back. You got a Kristerna crystal, 50 meters, water-resistant. The make on the watch, again, defies the price. But again, this is the gift-giving season. It's gifts from Stuhrling Original. You know, Jim, people ask me all the time.
What?
People ask me all the time. They'll say, "What do you do for a living? You know, what do you do?"
What do you do for a living?
You know, and
I'm unsure.
You know, and I tell them. I work for a nonprofit organization.
Ah!
It wasn't meant to be, but that's the way it's turning out. Okay, because these prices, I mean, this is a gift-giving season kind of a price here. And again, it's all about showing everybody out there what Stuhrling is all about. And here is one of our very finest pieces.
It could all be worse. You could be out, I don't know, milking elephants or something.
Listen, I feel blessed to even have a job right now in this economy and everything. So, and I love what I do, as you know. I work round the clock. I work 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And the funny thing is, I'll be up working on the computer.
I'll send you an email at like 3 a.m. You'll answer it. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was just going to say that. I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm working on the computer, working on some data sheets and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I hear a little bloop, and I look, and I got a text or something from Jim.
Because I have no life.
Yeah, and so I'll immediately answer just to let you know I'm up working. You know?
That's so sad, isn't it? Neither one of us can sleep. V90684.
Don't miss this, guys. This is a tremendous gift item. It's a great piece for yourself, but if you know somebody that does a lot of traveling in different parts of the world, it's very elegant, very classy. And even the lugs, Jim, take a look at the step design on the lugs. The lug design on this, I think, is so elegant. It's got not only the step design, but just the shape of the lugs. Look at that.
There they are. Articulated lugs.
If you give them a straight up and down, straight on shot, you'll see what I'm talking about. There you go. I just think of the
I
lug
scared
design.
my director, and apparently he has fled the control room.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. It's right there.
But a very elegant, classy piece. Should I show it on my wrist, Jim? Or
No, I think we're done. We've got 40 seconds left, only
Don't
20
miss
minutes
this.
left in the hour. We're going to start up the next hour with a killer
Well, I'll
R-Top
tell
value
you what,
presentation
this
again.
value shipping thing that you guys got
It
going
is
on.
gnarly, isn't it?
It's, well,
I'm so in my
especially-
80s terms right
well,
now for no reason.
Especially
Rad.
for Stuhrling Original, because, you know, we don't do a lot of free shippings and stuff like that. So this is a great chance,
Yep.
especially with everything we've brought in here on this rotation. If guys are picking up multiple pieces, they're just going to pay one shipping charge, and they're going to get all these other pieces.
Yeah, let me
free
fully
shipping.
describe that to you. Any orders placed between midnight and midnight during any one day, whether it be 100 items on 100 different orders, doesn't matter. You pay the one highest shipping charge of all the shipping charges, and the rest will be free. I mean, how awesome is that?
That's
how much?
incredible. Because,
wow.
like, if you, let's say they buy the R-Top value. Now they want to come and buy the Traveler or the Emperor's Grand Ship. All these shipping on all the other ones after you buy the, you know, hey, just pay one shipping, you're done. So this is great. I'm really happy about it. And I don't know if the powers that be are so happy about it, but we are.
All right, this watch right here,
All
this
right,
one's
guys,
all about
listen,
the girth.
Run to the phone right now. Don't wait for the presentation because this price.
This is the presentation, Larry.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
Thanks for
don't
paying
wait for
attention,
us
Larry.
to get deep into it because this price blew me away. Now, Jim, you know our Emperor.
I do.
okay?
It's such a cool,
And I
elegant
love
watch.
our Emperor. In fact, I've got mine in my bag over there against the wall if I wanted to pull it out. But it's a 41 millimeter, okay?
Don't pull it out, Larry.
No, but here's what I'm saying. As much as I love the Emperor, and I'll still wear mine to New Year's Eve and everything else, okay? To be perfectly candid, this movement's more expensive.
This watch
This
kicks
movement-
everything's butt
this
all
movement
up
is,
and down
is
the street.
like double the price. And look at what we're selling this at. It makes no sense. Okay, this makes no, I mean, this is goofy. This is just a goofy price,
Well, let's
Jim.
tell them what it does
All right,
first,
go ahead.
because you are looking at a true mechanical automatic. I want to make that clear. It is a double barrel. Now, what that means is a barrel is what holds the mainspring. You have two mainsprings in one movement. Now, here's why. You have more than one complication here. You have your standard time right here, obviously on the center cannon pinion. But down here, you have a second time zone. You have an animated AM/PM indication, as well as, and I love this, your balance wheel is set in with its own seconds indication that spins as if it were to replicate the motion of a
Right,
tourbillon.
of a tourbillon.
It is not a tourbillon. It does not perform the functions of a tourbillon, but it does have that similar type of operation visually. I hope I made that as clear as I possibly could so you don't make a confusion. It's not a tourbillon. This watch is 49 massive millimeters.
Yes.
It is a behemoth. Take a look at this on my wrist, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
In the watch industry, we have a very technical term for a watch of this size, Jim. This is a big one.
It is a big one.
It's a big one. Okay.
Look at that.
I'll tell you what, and with the...
Now again, going back to the pocket watch design, where
Right.
a pocket watch simply had a leather strap attached,
Yeah.
that is the old world elegance that you're giving this. But it is so, it's larger than life almost here.
And again, as you pointed out, Jim, you're getting a dual mainspring, dual barrel, twin barrel, mechanical automatic. This has, actually, it's 72 hours of power resistance. When we brought out our Tempest, which has the same movement, now we, you know, the bridge work is a little different, but it's the same movement, okay?
Well, I can't get the lighting in here that I want to give
Okay.
you because of the way we're lit on this studio, but I did do some photography on this watch, and we are going to show you those high-res images that will allow you to see better into the movement. I'm hoping my email went through. Yeah, we do have them. Okay. First, we're going to show you the case back. You'll see the double barrels and the way that they're skeletonized as well to see into the mainsprings, the dual mainsprings. By the way, look at the very fine level of decoration, Côte de Genève throughout the entire movement. This is a very upscale, expensive movement. There is what you're seeing from the front. There's your balance wheel at the lower portion of your screen, the dual time zone, the animated AM/PM indicator, the somewhat brigade-style hands. Then look at the ornate work going into the movement holder, and then the front plate that goes right down the middle that splits the movement in two.
Right.
That is an ornamentation, for lack of a better term.
Well, you know, Jim, with our Emperor, it has an open heart, as you know, and it's all about the story of the Emperor and the Nightingale with the healed heart and everything else. With this one, the Grand Jour, we pretty much stripped it all away, and this one just bears its heart and soul. I mean, the whole thing is out there for everybody to see.
It is.
It's completely stripped away, and you can see it all. But
look at the depth of that movement. Look at the depth of the dial plates that are used over, which, by the way, actually help to hold in the movement, because that, where it says Stuhrling and it's that cross going down the middle, that is your actual movement holder, whether you believe this or not, and the movement is attached to that.
Well, you see the screw up there at 12 o'clock.
There's a screw right up there, and that actually helps to hold the movement in place. This is brilliantly done. And what I like about it is it's not teeny tiny like you would normally see. It allows everybody to see so many components of this movement. Even if they're, you know, a foot away from you, they can look down and see all these wonderful things. You don't need a magnifying glass to enjoy the beauty of this.
Not at all.
Some people might feel it's too big to be classic anymore. That's fine. Buy a regular Emperor and you get the same classic beauty on a smaller scale. This is for those that appreciate the larger size watch. Maybe you're spoiled and all your sport watches are 50mm watches, and you have a hard time wearing an elegant watch now. Here's a watch for you. That's why this is made, and it's also a more wonderful exposition of that, well, grandeur movement.
And you know, the movement, as I was alluding to before, 72 hours of power reserve. Now, on the Tempest, when we brought it out, it was a brand new movement. We were the first ones to get it. Okay, now a lot of people are getting it, but so we said 60 because we wanted to just be on the safe side. We said,
but it's actually
60,
72.
But they actually advertised 72, and I've had people email me from who have the Tempest, and they said that they're getting 80 hours. But so that makes me feel comfortable now, comfortably enough to go ahead and say 72. But to me, it didn't matter whether you say 60 or 72. We're so used to getting mechanical automatics, Jim, that, you know, basically are anywhere from 34 to 40, that, you know, 60 is like a dream.
Oh, yeah.
So
don't forget today's our top value, V91150, gents and ladies set. You get 2 watches for each purchase of $94.89. 6 value pays $15.81. Well, we're going to head over to the Metropole here in a second. Do we have anything else to discuss before I get there? Nope, we're going to go right to the Metropole.
Well, now this is my watch.
Yeah, yours is, that's
I had links taken out for me, you know, I mean, I think I took out 2 or 3 if I remember.
Oh, yeah. It's big.
This is hot.
It's beefy. It is one of the heaviest Stuhrling watches made.
I can't wait. Go ahead, Jim. I'm going to let you go.
All right, V91238, the Stuhrling Original Metropole Elite Mechanical Automatic. I love the rectangular shaped open heart. How cool is that? It matches the shape of the case. Cristerna crystal, custom cut in a rectangular fashion
Curved,
that is,
too.
by the way, I was getting ready to say that, curved, as well as front edge bevel and polished with anti-reflective coatings, custom rectangular cut textured dials. But for a lot of people, this watch is going to be about the complex configuration of the assembly of the case, as well as your incredible bracelet.
The bracelet
Please tell us about these.
Well, the bracelet to me is the finest bracelet we've ever done, but we've got some more in the works now and a few more models that are coming out that are going to rival this one. But look at the multiple components that go into making this bracelet. They're all separate pieces. It's got screws going all the way through. You've got different finishes with polish and satin finish in the separate piece. Even the case design is a multiple piece case. I know you've talked about this case in the past. But this thing, I love the bracelet on this, and like I said, we're getting to do more bracelets. It's a kind of a simple, it's our ST90089 movement, so it's a simple classic 3-hand movement. Nothing too special there as far as, you know, no complications and things like that, okay? So, you know, the dial, this to me is not about the complications. This is not about, you know, the dial necessarily, although you have a nice clean look on the dial here. You do have, as Jim pointed out, the open heart. But to me, it's about the case and the bracelet, and it feels great on the wrist. The curvature is just right. And if you're one of those guys that are saying, hey, I love Stuhrling, but you know what? You guys have got to come up and make bigger pieces, bigger. You know, we get
this is basically an elegant Madman, if you will. It's that type of size.
Well, it's from the same collection. It's from our Metro collection. This is the Metropole. The Madman is in the Metro collection, okay? And everything in the Metro collection are these big rectangular case watches, okay? And we have a new one coming out, the Metropolis. But even that one is not quite as big.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to that.
As this one. But again, you're right. The whole Metro collection is all about this big urban design, and here is your Metropole Elite. And you know, from time to time I like to call out a few of the watch geeks, you know, because they email me and I see their PMs and I see what they say about us online and so forth. There's a guy up there who, you know, I've kind of been watching his post and everything. Big Rip It Ron, I love you, brother. This is for you. I want to call you out because he...
Well, just so you know, he is now a member of WatchFreaks.com. He is no longer a Watch Geek.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of course you can shout out because I love Ron. I think Ron's the most awesome dude.
I didn't know that.
I think he's a terrific guy. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine, but here's what I'm saying.
So there you go.
He always says that we're not big enough for him, and he gives us a lot of love, too. He gives Stuhrling a lot of love, but he wants bigger stuff. Well, I'm saying, hey, Ripper, this one I think is big enough for you. Okay, and of course, Rick, you up there too. I think you can handle this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if you were thinking about Rick, 50 millimeter and up, but
I called him out once already.
Yes, you did last
So
month.
I thought this time I'd call out.
He's gotten enough airtime.
Right, I figure I'd call out the Ripper this time. Anyway, but any of you guys like that like these really big...
We're going to take a quick phone call, but I've only got 2 minutes, so I got to interrupt you. I have to interrupt you because I don't have time. I got 2 minutes. Alex from Texas, come on in. How are you tonight?
Hey, Jim. Hey, Larry. Hope y'all doing great tonight.
Sorry you were holding for so long. I apologize. Did you have any questions for Larry?
I did, actually. I was going to make a comment. I love the Traveler. I've got the silver and the gold tone. I'm wearing my Millennium Skeleton right now, and I've bought two of the Emperor's Grandeur.
Yes, uh-huh.
The silver tone and the gold tone.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to be knocked over when those watches arrive. They're huge. They're gorgeous.
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you have a question about that, Alex?
All my Sterlings are great. I did have a question about, can you overwind automatic mechanical?
Well, when you say mechanical, which one, are you talking about a tourbillon? Or
clarify your question for us, though. What do you mean?
I guess, let's say if it's an automatic, like my Millennial Skeleton here.
Mm-hmm. The Millennium Skeleton, the answer is no. That one has
Well,
a
I didn't
safety.
catch the question. What was the question?
Can you overwind it?
You could overwind it.
Oh, not an automatic. No, most modern automatics, the winding gear will actually disengage when the barrel is tight. Mechanicals, you can overwind and damage the mainspring, even on a $500,000, whatever. So on a mechanical, you want to stop winding when you feel the tension. But automatics, I could sit here and wind this one all day long and it won't hurt a thing.
Okay, great. So I don't have to worry about that with any of my Sterlings then, I guess.
Well, but we make some mechanicals too, though. That's why your question threw me off a little bit, because we have a Brumalia, we have the tourbillon. The tourbillon we showed tonight's a mechanical.
Yep.
But on the automatics, as Jim says, most of those you have no problem with.
Alex, I've got to let you go because I've got to go back to the R-Top value. I'm being told I've got to let you go, but thank you so much for taking your time.
Much love, Alex. Thank you.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here, V91238. It is time to get back to the R-Top value. We didn't plan on it this early in the evening, but we're getting a lot of phone calls, and people want to see it again on the wrist. So we're just going to make it easier that way. Here it is, the R-Top value. All righty, V91150 is the Stuhrling Original Delphi Automatic. Notice what it says there. Gift set. You're not purchasing only one Skeleton Automatic for the $95. You are getting a gents 44 millimeter and a ladies 35 millimeter together in individual giftable packaging that will arrive at once at one price with 6 value pays of $15.81. Both watches will feature a mechanical automatic skeletonized, meaning any extraneous areas of the movement not required to perform its functions are cut away for you to see through the movement. That is built into each one. They will each feature genuine, high-grade, full-padded leather straps. I'm going to put the rose on this time because it's kind of calling my name now. These are gorgeous watches. You get a standard tang buckle on each of the straps. You do have an exhibition case back as well. As you would, you have to. If you're buying a skeletonized watch, you want to see all the way through it, and that's exactly what you've got. Stepped bezel design. I love the size. Being a 44, it gives you more presence on this luxury look.
Definitely so, and that's why we stepped up to the 44. When we had the Delphi early in the year as the R-Top value, and it was a big smash here, that was a 39, and a lot of the comments came in as, I would have bought more, I would have bought even,
I would have bought it if it was bigger.
If it was bigger, yeah.
Well, here you go.
And it was already a success. So we went 5 millimeters larger now. It's a 44 millimeter size.
No excuses.
Triple step design for the bezel. You can see the texturing on the dial, the beautiful herringbone texturing. You can see the kind of different size on the numerals here that go around the edge. This one has what we call the O-inspired center that we made a little bit of a change on the dial. Well, yeah, because we actually call this the Delphi Oracle gift set. You know, it's part of our Delphi series. You see the same case design, 3-hand classic skeletonized movement like the Delphi here. But we made a slight change on the dial here because it is custom made and special made here for ShopNBC for the gift giving season. We've been working on this for many months.
Two
and
for
a lot
one.
of ladies were saying, make it exactly the same. You know, the Wall Street is great, but we want the same case. So we did that. We brought it down to, scaled it down, 35 millimeter case design, same triple step design bezel as you can see, but it's in a 35. And you see the crown is offset there at the 4 o'clock position. Okay, and again, when you're wearing a Skelton mechanical, and we have some beautiful photography, we have some beautiful video shots as well, but what you're seeing here, you're showing your love and appreciation for watchmaking.
Yes.
The old-fashioned way, before batteries and quartz movements came into being, and up at the top of the screen, you see the balance wheel that's oscillating here at 21,600 vibrations per hour. There's no battery in this watch. And look how it's operating. It's actually mind-boggling what these watches do. Over there at the 2 o'clock position, you see that coil? That's your main spring. That's what actually powers the watch. Okay.
Let's give some of those tight shots. We're not. I've said this for like 6 months straight now. We are not lit in this particular studio for watches, so we're going to give you a different way of looking into it. Maybe my not so subtle comment there will finally get through to someone. Let's take a look here at the high resolution images. There is the balance wheel that Larry was referring to. This is elegance and a stately beauty. You're buying a classic watch here.
This is a beautiful photography shot right here, Jim.
Thank you.
Because you do see the balance wheel. Now, when Jim takes this photography, what he does is he lets the movement completely unwind to a stop, correct?
Yeah, I'm not shooting this particular shot with the balance running, no.
Right, so here the balance wheel is actually stopped, as opposed to when we shot the video shot just a moment ago on live here on TV, you saw it oscillating. Here, it's completely unwound, and so there's no movement whatsoever, and that's what I love about this shot.
And after we do these, Tom, can we show the video shots that Ken did for us? That would be great, yeah. I want you to see the detail of these watches.
And you know, I think it's another thing we listen to the customers as well. On our Delphi, on the rose gold, we had rose tone hands. On the gold tone, we had the gold tone hands. Here, on all 3 color executions, you've got the blued hands, okay? So it makes it a lot easier as far as...
It's a nice contrast.
Yeah, you see the contrast. You can see the blue hands with the rose gold, the blue hands with the yellow gold, and you can also see the blue, of course, with the silver tone, which is the way we had it before.
Now, there you see Shauna and Ryan both decked out. They're kind of hanging out in the club there. They're getting to know each other, and they were drawn to each other because they realized they were both wearing the same watch.
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things about ladies, you know, one of the things we try to do, Jim, on the lady side of the business is maintain the same level of technical achievement for the women as we do for the men.
Very important.
And we've been doing that for about 5 years anyway. I don't know... I can't honestly say we're the first one to bring Skelton mechanicals to ladies. I really don't know that, but I think we have been at least, if not, you know, the leader. I mean, we're one of the leaders in that area. We've been doing that for a long time. And ladies thank us for that because it's not just about having a trinket on your wrist or a fashion watch. You know, it's no longer just for the old boys club. A lady can now walk in and say, hey guys, look, I've got a Skelton mechanical as well. It's not just for the men. I love watchmaking as well.
Look at this shot coming up of the escapement. Of the balance wheel oscillating. There's your hairspring. There is your shock protection with the jewel, a ruby jewel in the center. There you see the pallet fork, like that little woodpecker hopping up and down there.
That's the tick, tick, tick.
That's yeah. When you put it up to your ear and you hear tick, 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 that's where you're hearing it from. That little area right there. Those are ruby jewels that are stopping and pausing that movement, the entry and exit pallets on the pallet fork.
Think about the ingenuity in watchmaking. Somebody had to create this more than a couple of hundred years ago to think about how can we keep
Your second
time.
hand, by the way, will not jump magically like that. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, because it's just jumping back. But
it's a loop.
It's a loop. But my point is this. Think about what it took to create this kind of ingeniousness, this ingenuity to make a timepiece with no battery, no power source.
Well, Larry, think of it
other
this
than a
way.
spring.
If we took this movement apart, there would be about 80 some odd pieces of completely inanimate pieces of metal, ruby jewels, springs, and gears in front of us. Someone puts those together, not only is able to breathe life into it and make them start to function, but also do it so precisely that it will give 60 seconds per minute, 60 minutes per hour. And that is the beauty of traditional watchmaking, which is exactly why there is the appreciation for this type of watch and why we never see a deal like this, because it is expensive. There is hand labor involved in a mechanical automatic movement at some point during its assembly, no matter how mass-produced any particular movement may be.
Well said, Jim. And I just want to point out, I keep repeating myself here, but I want everybody to remember, you're getting 2 watches here for $95. You're not getting the men's or the ladies. You pick the one you want. You're getting a men's and a ladies' watch, a set, and they're coming individually boxed. This is the box, the layout box they come in. So you can keep one and give one or give them as gifts.
Yeah, they can be completely broken up.
Absolutely. You can give them a set as both, or you break them up, you keep one. Ladies will buy both of them and keep them both for themselves for different, different moods that they may have. Sometimes you want the big, bold piece. Here's a nice photography shot as well.
And there is your rose tone version with that much darker tobacco, almost chocolate brown. Oh, my goodness. I got to tell you, Larry, you guys did such a fantastic job. We've seen great success with the Delphi in the past. Again, with one watch being heavily discounted down to about $90 or $100, now to do two for less than the price of one is really a holiday miracle. Larry, you are the bringer of holiday miracles.
Well, we're trying to be on this rotation. I mean, that's what this is all about. This is gift-giving season, and ShopNBC, I think, is beating out everybody in the whole DRTV industry as far as that goes, and we're happy to do our part here. We're so honored to have this our top value chance, and it's not about making money for us. It's about getting watches out there on people's wrists, letting them share the joy of owning a Stuhrling original.
It's free advertising.
Exactly. Letting them enjoy just the enjoyment of having a Stuhrling original skeleton mechanical automatic timepiece, because this is what we're all about right here. And again, for multiple gifts, you have to be getting at least one set. I mean, I think you should get 2-3 sets, because you're going to have, the gifts in the drawer. You'll be able to give them out to as people as they walk in the house.
These numerals are individually enameled onto a very fine herringbone type of texture on what's left of the dial. Remember, a lot of the dial is cut away here, so it's hard to just call it just a dial. But the beauty of the manufacture here, let's put things in perspective. We're not selling you a $1,000 watch, and we're not professing to. But I want you to think about this. If you go in, I don't care what retail store you go into. It could be a little kiosk in the mall where you think you're going to get the best deal. I don't care. You do what you want. Say, listen, I've got a few criteria that I must meet, and I'll buy within that. I've got to have a gents and ladies set. You know what? Forget that. I want one watch. I want at least a 44 millimeter, because I wear larger watches. It's got to be a skeletonized, mechanical, automatic. I don't want a quartz. I want to have a strong crystal, the strongest one that you've got, which this happens to be a Cristerna. And I want a good, heavily padded leather strap. What have you got for under $100? They are going to tell you absolutely nothing. Now, think of it this way. Here, you're getting 2 watches that meet that description. One at 44 millimeter, one at 35 millimeter, both perfectly matched for a his and her set. And I tell you, I've gotten to the point where I think now my wife and I have, 4 matching set watches. It's something we've just kind of started doing over the past couple of years. It's great. It's like, there's not many other things that you can share among each other and have it matching. And your watches can certainly do that. It's a great thing to be able to do. But whether you're going to buy it for yourself and your daughter, yourself and your son, you and your wife, your best friends, that couple that's your best friends, you can do that. We had a caller last hour that's doing that. He says, you know what, I didn't know what to get my friends, and now you've answered my question, and I'm relieved that's 2 more people off the holiday list. They're individually packaged. You can do one to each different person if you want to do that. You can buy them for yourself. It doesn't matter, but you've got to do it now because the time is running short. Our quantities are running very low. How many have sold this hour there, Sir Tom? How many? 1,300, 1,200?
Jim,
1,300 have sold already.
If these were two quartz watches, okay, obviously the deal wouldn't be as great as it is, but it'd still be a pretty good deal. I mean,
There'd still be 2 watches for $95.
Right,
That's a good deal.
Exactly. But the fact that you're getting mechanical automatics, it makes it a super value. And then when you take it one step further and say it's a skeletonized mechanical, which are more expensive to do, and then, of course, it's overseen by George J. von Berg. I mean, this is all Swiss engineered. In our category, in our class, nobody can touch us. Remember, there's no battery in this watch, folks. Okay, yes, it may not be a Swiss movement, but it's all overseen by Swiss supervision. Nobody can touch us in this class. You will love the performance of these mechanical automatic timepieces because they're going to perform. This is our #1 selling all-time skeleton mechanical automatic series, our Delphi, and we have sold thousands and thousands. You know, Jim, just for fun, I pulled out an old tape of me and you almost 5 years ago selling the Delphi.
Really?
And in those days, they would let us stay on the air until the sellout. We were on for 17 minutes.
Yeah, now we have time limits.
Yeah, it was 17 minutes, and I watched it. It was me and you almost 5 full years ago.
Wow.
For $149, the Delphi, and we went through over 1,000 pieces that night.
And here are 2 of the watches for less than that, for $94.
And it's actually a better watch now.
Put it in perspective. Go out and buy 2 nice, heavily padded leather straps. Just buy 2 sets of straps. What, minimum $25 per strap? So there's $50 right there. There's half the cost of what you're getting 2 complete watches for. None of this can make sense. You could not build these watches in your basement for $94. You've also got the value pays for $15 a month, interest-free. We're not making you sign up for any new credit line or any new credit card. It's any major credit card that you already own. You throw $15.81 on there, a one-time shipping and handling charge, and we send them out to you done, and you pay for it while you're wearing it or pay for it while the gift recipient is wearing it. Let's show them the outside of the packaging. We've neglected to do that.
Yeah,
completely.
well, absolutely. Okay, this is the layout box that it comes in here.
The whole Stuhrling story.
Right. And normally when you buy...
Now, if you want to read... Okay, there we go. Gotta say, you gotta stand on your head.
We're too much in tune with you. But if you want to, I mean, when you buy a single watch, it comes with just a single black sleeve. What we're doing on this gift set...
Looks like you're buying like a single malt scotch or something.
Yeah, you get 2, and then we're putting 1 sleeve. I don't know if we have the black sleeve here, but you get 1 sleeve on both.
We are running sleeveless tonight,
Okay,
actually.
but anyway, so you'll take it out of the sleeve, and if you want to keep one, you can give one as a gift and gift wrap it, or give them to 2 different people, or give them together, keep them both for yourself. But you got to get multiples on this one. You really, really do. I mean, we brought it for that purpose. It's gift-giving season. It's Stuhrling original. You get a nice polishing cloth in here. You get the warranty card. You get the, the instruction manual and everything else. So that's it.
Give the gift of time. What better way to do it? Every time they look at the time, every time they look at their wrist, they're going to remember who gave it to them. And that's the beauty of giving a watch. Giving something it's a lifetime. It can really be a lifetime timepiece, and one they may even pass down to their heirs.
And another thing I've neglected to say here, when you see this price point, you would never think you were going to get a solid stainless steel case. We overlook that. We take that for granted here at ShopNBC because of the incredible vendors that are here and the values that Shop brings over and over and over. These cases are all blank from solid steel. These are blank from solid steel cases here, guys. These are not cast cases. They're not base metal cases. Solid 316L surgical grade stainless steel. And that's where you feel the heft. When you pick up the watch and you feel the watch, you feel the heft of the watch. It's that solid case, Jim.
Indeed. All right, we're going to take a bit of a break because I don't know about you, but whew, I need a break. This is going to be coming up in about, I'd say about 10 minutes from right now. This thing is just out of this world. Come back. I've got more surprises tucked up under my sleeve. I'm going to whip them out.
Welcome to a time-honored tradition of Swiss precision. For the contemporary woman, no other watch brand offers the finest quality at the most affordable price. For a variety of styles for all occasions, Waltham is a girl's best friend. Enjoy the beauty and glamour of a diamond bracelet with the functionality of a watch. Join us for gifts from Waltham timepieces right here on ShopNBC. It's smart, sensible, the best thing to hit the holiday since jolly old St. Nick. It's value shipping, the premium way to shop NBC with confidence this holiday season. Pay one low shipping rate throughout the day and all additional items ship absolutely free. You spend time shopping and we'll take care of the rest. One box, one price, only one place to find a holiday offer this good. You guessed it. It's the premium way we exceed all your expectations. It's holiday shopping made easy. It's Shop NBC with confidence. You already know ShopNBC is the destination for holiday fun. And we're also serious about providing you a premium shopping experience. Here are just a few ways you can shop NBC with confidence this holiday season. Go ahead and pick up that extra gift. Enjoy our extended returns through January 31st, 2010 on any purchase made now through December. Plus, you can ship it anywhere in the continental United States. With Bill to Ship To, any purchase you make can be delivered to you or anyone on your list. Save on holiday purchases with Value Pay, interest-free payments that are convenient and easy. And look for add-on and save specials. Each additional qualifying item receives reduced pricing. The more holiday purchases you make, the more the savings add up. It's the premium way we exceed all your expectations. A little peace of mind on your holiday shopping journey. It's Shop NBC with confidence at Shop NBC.
And welcome back. I'm here. Big Larry's here. Larry Magen, President of North American Operations for Stuhrling Original. It's always a pleasure, my friend.
Hey, we're rocking tonight, and we got a lot more.
Yeah, we still got 49 more minutes to go of happy holiday merriment. There's little elves running around the studio. We're going to capture one and stick it in a sack, and we're going to take them home with us and see if they really do breed magic or not. There are 5 value pays on everything for these 30 days until Christmas. Special items will feature holiday 2009 pricing. I think we all know that. Holiday returns till January 31st. What? Really? Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. And you're going to get the value shipping on top of it all. All right. It is time to rock a preview. That's right, a thick and juicy preview. Break out the goggles so you're not squirted in the eye. B90112. It is the, well, you know what? The return of a classic. I haven't seen this watch in I don't know how long. The Charing Cross. This is a gorgeous watch.
Really
One of the most uniquely shaped cases that Stuhrling has made. It looks like kind of almost like a blowout price of $97 if you ask me.
That's an amazing
5 value
price on
pays,
this piece.
1944. Going into, wow, yeah. It is the Apocalypse in the automatic, Skelton automatic, but you've got a multi-level acrylic dial going over a black eyepiece skeletonized movement, or likewise the Silvertone movement in the Silvertone version for $164, which should have been $199 actually, but it's $164, Larry.
Yeah, but hey, listen, that's a big one for us. The Apocalypse Skeleton, one of our big series, the Apocalypse series, and that one's a major hit for us.
All right, we're going to go into what I think is the coolest of the sport watches tonight, right here, the Brevet.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what Brevet means. That goes around your bed, right? That's a duvet. What's a Brevet?
Well, Brevet is it's a cycling event, really, where
I
guys
didn't know that.
they ride bikes, and
I'm not a cyclist.
it's a competition. And
Is that why we have gears set up in the subdials?
This is from our Challenger series, Jim.
Okay.
It's our Challenger series, and you know, there might be some cyclers out there that can tell us a little bit more about, you know, they have these world famous brevets in different parts of the world, and they go and they get 1 million guys riding bikes, and it's competition, and it's a big time thing.
It's not really 1 million, right?
No, not
Okay.
really 1 million,
Right.
but I mean, it's a big thing among these. I think they're called. What are they called? The actual cyclists, the reconnaisseurs.
Cyclist.
No, they have a special name.
They have a name.
They have a name for these guys. But the Brevet is the event itself, and as you see, it's got those kind of gear-like subdials going around. But this.
And if you step back from the gears that are they're actually gears. If you step back and you look at the overall design, it's like a sly, smiling dial, like a smile out of the corner of your mouth.
like a smirk.
A smirk. It's the smirk. You know that's going to be the new name of this watch.
Well, I actually I've kind of got that name slated for something else we have in production right now.
Oh, cool. We're going to see a Stuhrling Schmirk.
Let me grab
now,
the
you've got two different color choices.
Piece.
They're all black IP. You can either get the red accents or the green, the hot green accents that Larry's trying to take away from us.
And you see that green acrylic dial that has the date aperture cut out of it in the smirk right there?
Look at that.
Yeah.
He's like toothless, though.
Yeah. And you got
got a missing tooth.
You got the concentric circles for the chapter ring here. I love this piece now.
It is. One thing that you're not noticing, I'm going to do that with the red while Larry's strapping on the green. Can we get like a crate? Wow. They literally, I can touch this camera. It is so close now. I want you to take a look
at this.
At the levels of this dial. Watch this. Are you ready for this? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, these steel apertures that are, you can see they're actually really screwed down.
Yeah.
Those are thick and massive, and that's what allows all of the light to drop in and cast shadows and create that three-dimensional look. Larry, you guys have done a fantastic bang-up job.
Anybody out there wondering on the case size, this is 46.5.
I apologize. Did I not give that? I'm so good about that.
Did you say it?
I might not have, and thank you for covering my butt there.
Anyway, this is a 46.5, guys. I love the integration of the rubber strap to the case. You'll notice there's no gap. It goes right into the case, as you can see here. It's got the citizen chronograph movement in there. Okay? This is a great everyday sport watch, guys. It really is. You know, I mean, this is something that, you know, you go to the store, whatever you want to do, you wear it to the office.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, absolutely.
A compliment to you and your design team. This is something that you rarely see. You'll see companies do a rose or a gold tone or a black IP watch with silver tone case back. They won't bother to plate the case back. And I like the singular look that your watches have, that you continue your plating all the way around. And it's very rare. I know it's more expensive, but it's something that I think is a very important touch.
Well, you know, we think it's important too, but, you know, truthfully, Jim, we don't do it all the time.
But when you do it, it stands out so well.
I'd say we do it about 95% of the time, but there's a few that we don't.
And I think it looks fantastic,
no,
so kudos
I agree,
to you.
But thank you. We're about 95% on that one. And obviously, as you point out, this one certainly does.
Oh, by the way, this is a Miyota OS20 chronograph movement.
Yeah.
But what I'm noticing is you have done away with one of the three subdials. You've chosen not to use it.
Well, because you're talking about the date?
No, you're talking about, let's see, that would normally be the constantly running seconds indication. You have done away with that to give that wonderful two-eye chronograph look. So, very nice, very cool. There is the expanded calendar aperture at the 6.
I'm going to have to check on that. I mean, I take your word 100%.
Yeah, it should be
but
three subs.
I want to check the spec sheet on that to see that this is, you're saying the OS20.
Should be an OS20. Now, there might be a caliber that I haven't seen for a while. Let me try to think. Is there a 2-eye with a 24-hour indication? Larry's just going to look it up. It's going to make it a lot easier.
No, okay.
If they ever get off of Larry's wrist.
That's what I'm saying. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, sometimes you can't be too subtle with our director. You just got to go out there and say, "Get off my wrist." Oddly enough, we say that a lot to them when we're not on the air. Oddly enough, I don't know why that is. All right. So the 91308 for $112.64, 5 value pays of $22.53. Wow, my producer is OS21. OS21.
Is that what I have here?
Indeed. And now as you pull out your sheet, OS21. So there we go. Mystery solved, my friends.
Yeah.
Mystery solved.
I wasn't 100% sure. But it is the OS21.
There we go.
Not
So my apologies for any confusion. Again, your choices are red or green.
That's right. The 20 has 3 eyes. The 21 has 2 eyes.
That's okay. I think I've made a movement mistake about 3 times in 5.5 years, so I think I'm okay. V91308, 5 value pay of $22.53.
Anyway, either way,
Should we show this one, Shauna? Would that be all right?
I love the, and you know what? I love.
We got to give her the green though.
I love the
Larry,
feel of it. Yeah, because
she's a green freak.
Well, you know, she has that Irish kind of thing.
Well, she's got the
going on.
red hair. She likes the green.
Scottish or Irish, whatever it is. I don't know. Irish.
Oh, definitely some Irish there. She's fiery. Do not get her angry. You see her on the road, you go the other way because she'll knock you into the wall.
Well, you know, one of my best friends in the world is an
In your
Irish.
minivan,
One of my
yes.
best friends in the world is an Irish guy.
Oh, I'd see. I didn't know that.
Gallagher.
All righty, $22.53. Let's see it on the smiling Irish face of Shauna. There it is. Again, big oversized watch for the ladies, but it is going to be comfortable. The silicone rubber strap is very, very soft, very pliable. And if you're one of those that like to wear your watch a little bit tight, you can do that with this strap, and it's going to flex for you, whereas a PU polyurethane strap will not. So this can give you another degree of comfort as well. I don't know. I'm having a hard time here, Larry. I think I'm still leaning toward the red. The green is gorgeous.
I like them both.
They're both wildly different, but it's a very subtle difference.
And you know, as you know, Jim, a lot of our watches, you know, we especially in the last, let's say, 9 months or so, we're doing a lot of our own original designs, but we still take inspiration on many of our models.
Well, as many companies do.
And this one is definitely inspired by a very...
They're not going to say who it is.
No, but a very well-known major brand out there.
It's very well known for sport chronographs in the racing world.
Right, and this has a little bit of an inspiration from that particular brand.
Maybe a tip of the hat, if you will.
Okay.
A tip of the hat to that brand. $22 a month, interest-free. We got to move on. Want to remind you that the R-Top value is still chugging away. A lot of those are disappearing quickly, so if you'd like to get one. By the way, Tom, my friend, sir, what would be the least quantity, what color choice? The rose tone is the best seller. So congratulations, rose tone lovers, $15 a month. Now, by showing you this is going to utterly confuse you. Why are we just showing you a stand? Because do we have a pocket watch for sale this hour? Yeah. So I would have shown that first, but hey, that's just me. V91194. This is the stand. There are only, how many? 4? 2. There are 2 stands remaining for $5 a month, $27 total payment. So if you're buying a pocket watch or own a pocket watch, buy it. There are 2 remaining. We will show you the pocket watch a little bit later on in the presentations. You know which one I'm going to grab here on the Charing Cross.
I'll tell you what, the Charing Cross is one of my favorite pieces. You know what, and what we're doing here with the gift-giving season from Stuhrling Original here with the Charing Cross, all-time low price. Now, this is your Citizen OS 20.
This is the OS 20, yep.
This is your OS 20 with your sub-seconds, okay? But this one's a very big piece, guys. It goes from literally one end of the wrist all the way to the other. Many of you have seen our Charing Cross, but you've certainly never seen it under $100. Absolutely exquisite timepiece. You can wear it for dress. You can wear it for sport. You can wear it for casual.
I remember when this first came out, you and I debuted it together.
Yeah, absolutely. And the color executions are all great. The blue is just spectacular. It's got the...
Yeah, the blue, bar none, the first one to go must be the one that you own. The vivid royal blue sunray finish dial with the white, very deep texture in the center with the midnight blue strap. This is always the first to go. I've got about 3 dozen. Please do make that choice now. Right behind that, though, I'm telling you, is going to be the rose.
The rose gold and black is incredible.
Sweet.
The rose gold and black is incredible. The black PVD. The one I'm wearing is the silver tone, you know, with the black. But they're all great, but the blue is probably going to be the first to go. But, you know, it's got that cross design. Charing Cross is the, you know, dead center, jolly old center of London, right next to Trafalgar Square. And if you kind of hold it, you know, like this way, Jim, it's got that Union Jack look to it. You see that? You see what I'm talking about?
Like that?
Yeah. You see with the crosses kind of thing? And, you know, Charing Cross in the center of London kind of thing. So that's the inspiration. And you look at the case back. You have the cross on the case back, Jim. Here you go. You want to use
okay.
Okay. There you go. So the Charing Cross, this is a great piece from our Lifestyles
collection. Look at that
collection.
crystal, by the way. Double curved. That means the back surface of the crystal is curved at the same radius as the top, so it gives you a distortion-free view at any angle. It's much more optically correct. Now here is the black. I also would like to share with you the rose. Oh, the rose and black.
Rose and black.
Oh, boy.
And look at the stylish pushers on this. It's got what we call a Harlequin center pattern, the design in the center. And even the subdial rings are applied subdial rings on this. It's a separate component.
Yeah, they're raised and beautifully placed onto that dial.
The luminous baton markers going around with the individually applied Arabic 12 and 6. As you pointed out, a very unusual case design.
Yeah, I love the shape.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really a tonneau. It's not really a rectangle. It is a very unique case shape all,
right. But the
all to
stylish
itself.
pusher.
Here's the black and silver tone that Larry is wearing. Goes great with a black and white look in the suit. This is going to be one of your elegant watches. You're not going to wear this, I don't know, mud wrestling or whatever. You're going to wear this on that more elegant occasion. It's also going to work well for like business casual, like a nice polo shirt and a pair of khakis, if you're a khakis kind of guy, which I'm not. That would look very, very appropriate with that dress style as well. I'm going to give the black to Shauna, though.
And
I think Shauna can rock it.
I do too. It's a big piece too.
Yeah, this is going to wear like it's a 45 millimeter. So keep that in mind. If this were a round watch, it would share the same footprint as a 45 millimeter round watch. Very wide, thickly padded leather strap on a dual deployant clasp. Now keep that in mind. It's kind of a bonus because Stuhrling does not offer a dual deployant on every watch. Especially, actually, and they do not at this price level.
Not at this price point. That's
at a $97 price point, here's a watch that you and I have sold at $249. We have sold at $199. To do this under $100, just grab it while you can. It is a true chronograph movement, folks. A Miyota OS 20. It's $97. It's 5 value pays. It's a gorgeous representation of what Stuhrling is able to do when they're thinking outside of the box. And you've got that original look of the case shape, the dial design. There's a lot to love, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, we were just talking about inspired pieces. This one's also an inspired piece, very well-known high-end brand.
Boy, the money you would spend on that watch.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We love the
By the way, I don't
cross.
think they make it anymore. I don't think they do.
Probably not.
I think that's been done away for like 2 years or so. But yeah, you could flip through like a Watches International and you'll see that. If you go back like 3-4 years, you'll see that in there and go, oh, wow, look at the price tag on that bad boy. Look what I've got on my wrist. Again, doesn't do the same thing, but the same overall aesthetics and the feel of owning that is what you're going to have on your wrist.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the blue. That is such an outstanding, elegant beauty.
I would have to agree with you. I would go with the blue as well. But there's just so much watchmaking in here with the solid 316L case and the crystal that you talked about, the curved crystal, and the separate components on the dial and the guilloche and the applied indices on the dial.
The contrast stitching in the strap.
16-karat rose gold layering, the contrast stitching in the strap, heavily padded, dual deploying clasp. A lot of watchmaking here, guys. This is gift giving from Stuhrling Original right here.
Yes. What? Oh, by the way, we're going to show you a quick sellout here on the pocket watch stand. Pocket watch lovers were out there. Bye.
A blank stand, okay.
We love it.
It's funny.
All right.
All right. Well,
now, I wasn't supposed to show you this, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
And this is really the worst time possible to show it to you because I'm getting ready to air the original size of the Apocalypse. But here is the Apocalypse XT. So if you think the 42 millimeter Apocalypse is too small, go for the 47, right, on the XT?
no, XT is 48.
48.
Yeah, 48 and a half, really.
Gosh darn it, I hate being off by 1 millimeter when I eyeball it from about 27 feet away. It's $164. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh. We're going to have to show them that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a...
Let's start with that. Let me see that.
This is a major piece. This is Watches International.
You guys know Watches International,
otherwise known as the Bible of the industry. And this is Stuhrling Original. Now, this is the 2009 book. This is not like 2 years ago. This is this year's book. Now, the new 2010 will come out in April, okay? But as you can see right over here, you know, we featured our Apocalypse Skeleton big. Now, you might recognize our Expedition. We don't have that in the show tonight. But the Apocalypse Skeleton is a big time piece for us. We featured it very big this year in 2009, and here you have, we're going to talk all about this piece, but look at what they're able to get our Apocalypse Skeleton for now, Jim.
It's $164 under item number V90298, the 42 millimeter version of the Apocalypse with the skeletonized mechanical automatic movement. If you get the rose tone, you will get the black IP movement, which is really it's a big upgrade because there's more work. They have to then disassemble the movement. They have to do the IP finish. Then they have to reassemble the movement and then rebalance and re-regulate the movement. So it's a lot more work. So that one is more valuable because of the amount of work. And if you go into the silver tone, it will give you, and actually there's work in there also because you have a rhodium finish, a polished finish done in there as well, which they do not come that way. So really, I guess they are about equal because you still had to disassemble, finish, and then reassemble this movement as well.
There's so much to love about this watch. Now, the Apocalypse Skeleton, of course, came after our Apocalypse, and which was a huge hit. This was really the third one in the series, and we made some different choices on this. We took the same case size, but what we did is we gave a polish finish on the case, and we only left the top and bottom plate satin finish, or the brush finish. So to me, that added so much more pop to this piece. But then also we went out and had a new rubber strap made. We had a new mold made and everything. The rubber strap with the box-like edges going down the sides, you know, I think was a major upgrade from the very original Apocalypse, in my opinion here. But then we went to the skeletonized version. You see the balance wheel, our trusty ST90089 movement. You see the carbon fiber skeletonized dial, what's remaining of the dial, that is. But here's something unusual. The opening that's revealing the mainspring, okay? You've got this kind of turbine-like covering over the mainspring, and it's a very unique way, actually, of displaying the mainspring, Jim.
I agree.
And I think that's what appeals, you know, one of the big appeals, things that, you know, one of the drawing cards to this piece is that turbine-like covering that reveals the mainspring. Because you can always look right through there and you see how much time is remaining or how much, if you want to wind it up, diver's flip lock safety clasp. But I want to grab one on my wrist. Which one do you want me to put on?
Well, we're going to show both colors so everybody understands what they're getting here.
You're so good at setting these things up. It's like you've been practicing for photography.
Well, see, that's what I do. 5 value pays of $32.99. If you're not grabbing onto this at this price, if you've ever looked at it and went, I wish I could own one, now is your opportunity. Please do yourself the favor, own this watch, put this on your wrist, give it as a gift even, but enjoy it for the beauty that it is and the incredible value that it is. I understand we're taking a phone call. Who do we have? We have Brian calling in from Florida. How are you tonight, Brian?
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for staying up late with us.
Hi, Brian.
And how are you, Mr. Magen?
Oh, I'm wonderful, Brian. How are you?
Pretty good. I just wanted to call in and tell your listeners, watchers, what a wonderful man Larry Magen is.
He is.
Thanks,
I
Brian.
am now a 100% Stuhrling guy. I was looking for a diamond Apocalypse. They were limited and there were no more left. And I called him at his office. He answered the phone and he gave me a few pointers on where I should look. And I found the diamond Apocalypse along with the Armageddon diamond.
Yeah, I remember that whole episode, Brian.
You remember that episode?
I sure do, and I'm really happy that you were able to get it. You know what?
And you sent me a dual deployment class, too.
Yeah, I remember you. We went to great lengths for you. But, you know, what happens in those situations, I think it was a limited edition of 100 pieces, and we pretty much polished them off here at ShopNBC. But what happens?
It was a very limited edition.
Limited edition of 1 carat of diamonds, and what happens is, you know, you get a bounce back here or there, return here or there, whatever. There might be a piece here or there, but it's not enough to bring back to ShopNBC. So,
I know,
you know,
I tried for a long time to get it through ShopNBC.
Right.
But you're the guy that steered me in the right direction.
That's Larry for you.
And I just want to say thank you.
I remember you, Brian. God bless you.
And you guys have a great evening, and knock 'em dead with those great Stuhrling watches.
Thank you so much, Brian. Enjoy your watch.
Thank you, Brian.
Appreciate your support. Much love.
Have a nice evening.
Have a great night. Thank you so much. And there again, a testament to the incredible customer service that Stuhrling does give. And they do this for everyone. And don't think, well, you've got to be in an exclusive club or you got to know Larry. You call up and say, hey, I've got this going on. What can I do about it? And Larry's going to do everything that he can within, obviously within his reach and his scope and his power, but a lot of times beyond that, to make you a satisfied Stuhrling owner. So welcome to the family. You are truly a part of the family now. And keep on going, because the further you look, the greater beauty you see, the more detail you see, and the greater values that you see. Look at this case back, for instance. You notice that it's individually screwed in. This is different than a regular screwed-in case back. This is a screw-down case back.
Right.
A screw-down case back means they're having to drill into the case and case back, and they're threading inside of the case, and then manufacturing individual screws that will then fit that and screw it down for the water resistance. Now, that takes a lot more work and effort than simply threading a case back, and screwing it down. This is more laborious, this is more expensive. And to do this with a skeletonized automatic movement, with a high-grade rubber strap, with a carbon fiber dial featuring steel plates as well, and all of the different additions that you're seeing on here. To buy that for $164, in my opinion, establishes an incredible value.
Well, it's the lowest price we've ever had on the Apocalypse Skeleton. There's a lot of people out there that collect our Apocalypses. We've got 8 or 9 different models in the entire series now. We have more to come, Jim.
More to come.
And I think even in tonight's show, we're going to have the Apocalypse XT, which is
my host pick.
Which is your host pick is going to be the larger version.
You think I would have made the Tourbillon my host pick?
Which is a 48 millimeter size. This is about a 42.5 to 43 millimeter size case, Jim. But I'll tell you what, it's a great size, and guys, at this price, I mean, if it's not for you, it's a great gift item.
We're going to go back to classic elegance. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to talk about a watch at all. We're going to talk about a pocket watch. So we're going to go from wristwatches on the cutting edge to very elegant pocket watches.
Well, you know, Jim, we came out with a series recently, the Montre de Poche. Montre de Poche. Now, this is the Avignon. There's 5 different models in the series, and I guess we're all done now with the stands, but we'll try to get more of those two-tone stands here. But this one is, I wouldn't say a beginner's pocket watch because it's skeletonized.
It's a more budgetary pocket watch.
But there you go. That's a good word to use here. But it allows you an entry level here for under $100 to get just a classic 3-hand skeletonized.
Is this a stamped metal dial?
It's actually embossed as far as I know.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say that's embossed?
I'm trying to look. It looks like it's possibly stamped or extruded. I'm not sure.
I think it's embossed and topped, but you know, either way, I mean, by the way, this has 21,000 vibrations on this, 17 jewels. You see the bridge work on the back and the gears. You got the domed crystal, as you can see.
Now, if you get the silver tone, you'll get actually gold tone on the raised Roman numerals that you see there.
And we got the Stuhrling logo on the side of the case on this one to not interfere with the dial work at all. There it is.
There it is.
But
let me show you the gold tone.
You know,
as well.
Great gift items. I mean, pocket watches, typically a lot of watch lovers necessarily don't want to go out there and buy them for themselves if they're into watches. There are guys who just do pocket watches too, you know that. But for a watch guy, a pocket watch makes a great gift because it's something that he typically wouldn't buy for himself.
You're absolutely right. And a lot of guys, as you say, they don't actually carry pocket watches. They enhance displays. There are guys that'll set up, you know, these wonderful displays of their watch collection, and this is a wonderful way to enhance that.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of ways you can enhance the way that you're displaying your watches, and this is certainly one of the best ways. But it's functional. It's real. And it's a great way to actually to teach your children, if you're getting them into watches, hey, this is where watches came from. This is the original type of watch that someone would carry around with them. And there's all kinds of great stories about hunter covers and minute repeaters and why they were important and why certain areas were raised so you could feel it with your finger and know what time it was in your pocket. There's a lot of great stories that go into pocket watches. Do some research and you'll really gain more of an appreciation for wristwatches in the end. Right now, though, I want you to gain an appreciation for Brian Kessler, because as I understand, what a segue, huh?
How does that happen? How does that happen?
Look at the giant trees that he's standing next to.
And also look at the flannel and bamboo sheets he's got on his arm. So
Indeed.
It's all coming up. Yes, we're going to trim the home. Thomas Piccone has got trees, 3 different sizes. They rotate. They have a remote. They have lights already attached. And 80+% of America is out buying trees over the next couple of days. How nice would it be if we could deliver yours to your door and you never have to string lights again? It goes up in minutes. It's easy, and they're full, lush, and beautiful. So special pricing on that. After that, I've got a full hour of gifts for the home, and these are beautiful sheets. These are flannel sheets that are also cotton and bamboo. So the softest flannel sheets we've ever offered. And then after that, a presentation of our top value. Yeah, this is the his. We also have the hers. 2 for the price of 1 gift box. They're amazing. You might have heard Jim's presentation on it, but I'll have one in about 2.5 hours from now, so stick around.
You can't beat that. By the way, I'm going to come see you after I'm done here, mister.
All right.
I heard about you today.
You did?
I did. You were on the radio, I heard.
You were listening to the radio.
I was not. I got a phone call, actually, many. Brian Kessler's on the radio. I don't know what you were talking about.
I even mentioned you.
That's what they said. They said he's talking about you on the air. What is he doing? I'm like, I don't know. I was asleep.
Something about you know a little bit about watches. I forgot what I said.
Well, thank you. And you know just a little bit about everything, actually.
Well,
so
thank you.
All right, my friend. I'll see you soon. All right, and we are going to go back into Stuhrling. Why? Because, well, it's a Stuhrling show. And we're going to do the Manchester Aussie right about now. All right, V90105. It is the Manchester Aussie automatic day and date. And a lot of times I think people tend to forget this. They look at the watch and they're so enamored with the way that it's curved around the wrist and the beautiful perforated leather strap and the intense design in the dial that they tend to forget I am buying into a true automatic day and date. To me, that was even a secondary thought. I bought it because I thought it looked great. I wouldn't have cared if it was a quartz at this price level, which, by the way, it was more expensive than this back then.
Yes.
Anyway, this is a fantastic value, and the one that I consistently tell people for the past 3 years or so, if you're going to buy into your very first Stuhrling, this should be it, because to me, it exemplifies what Stuhrling stands for. Perfection, more luxury than what you're paying for, an incredibly intricate dial, and style with comfort. It does all of that.
Very well said, Jim. It's very comfortable, and that's the reason I own a half a dozen of these, because in chronos and different colors on this one, the day date, because it is so comfortable. It's my go-to watch. I was wearing it at lunch today, you know, the chrono version, but I've seen you wear your gray Aussie, this battleship gray, and I've got on this bright orange here. On my wrist right here, but the blue with the gray gives you that nice kind of cool icy feel going on.
It's a very iridescent blue, and the blue is only done on the outer edge of each of the white numerals and then on the hands, and it pops, it screams. You walk outside, you move your wrist, and the sunlight glistens off of there. People go, wow, I want to get next to that guy. I want to know that guy.
Guys, listen, if you've never owned a Manchester Aussie, take this opportunity of the gift-giving season right here with these prices here to just grab one of them, because until you know what it is, you don't know what it is. Okay. All right.
And we're going to end the hour later on with the Our Top Value, the men's and women's set of the Delphi Skelton Automatic. Yeah, that's a set of 2 watches for under $100. For $1,581 a month. I mean, it defies all logic. It flies in the face of logic, as a matter of fact, because Larry is the type, he is known to spit in the wind, and he is not embarrassed to admit that. He will defy all conventions in watchmaking and offer you the greatest values possible.
Well, we certainly do try, and I mean, I think we're proving it here on this rotation right here. So, I mean, we're bringing the funk, Jim.
My host pick. And
go.
for very good reason. The Apocalypse XT is big, it's bad, it's loud, it's in your face, it's going to knock down your door, and it's going to eat your potato chips. V90693. It's 6 value pays of $27.40. I, as I've mentioned before, am completely stricken with the black. I love the black, but Larry is grabbing my #2 favorite.
This is the one I own.
That thing, it's a great contrast. Look at this. Now, one thing that you may not immediately recognize is right there.
Yeah.
It's a charcoal tinted acrylic plate that shows off as black for most times, and then when the right light hits it, it's like a little surprise, like a jack-in-the-box, like, whee, look at me, there's a movement underneath there that I'm able to see.
Correct.
That all rhymed, by the way. There is your escapement there, your balance wheel, your balance assembly, as well as your barrel with your coiled up mainspring. You're looking at the 2 most important parts of the entire watch, of the movement, and then giving a sneak peek into the rest of it, which is, by the way, fully skeletonized, and you will see that from the rear view only. This is $164 for the first time ever. This is a fantastic price on what I consider a very bold design from Stuhrling. Now, if you go with Silvertone, that plate will be clear. But on the other 2 versions, that will be charcoal tinted for more of a mysterious look, which I actually prefer. This is great as a full-on skeleton, but I like this kind of mysterious feel.
I love it. You know, listen, a lot of you guys know I'm not really that big on rose gold choices here, but on the Apocalypse XT, I own the rose gold. This is what I wear. And the
reason makes this watch.
Well, what I like is here, it gives you a contrast because it's only on the bezel. It's not a rose gold case. The case is still all stainless steel. It's still all the silver tone on the case, but you got just a little bit of rose tone with the bezel. So it's not like really a rose gold watch. And that's why I can handle this one, okay? Now, as far as the strap goes, Jim, we have it's a 2-piece strap. You know, this is a custom-made strap. We have our own mold on this. It's got a hinge bar in there, as you can see. It's got the holes in there for a little bit of aeration for yourself right there. But 48.5 millimeter. Look at the presence on the wrist. You know, nice presence, nice footprint on there. There you go. You got a nice overall view right there. Thanks, guys. But, I mean, I love the XT, and we're doing more in this case as well, Jim.
I'm telling you, this is one of the really cool watches. Stuhrling does great classic. They do great luxury. They also do really good cool watches as well. We've got a phone call holding, as I understand it.
Everybody's got to grab one of these. Go ahead.
We've got Richard calling in from Arizona, actually. How are you tonight, Richard?
I'm doing fine, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight.
Well, it's actually a little bit early over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, it's Rich from Avondale. How are you?
Is this Richard M.?
Richard M., you got it.
Oh, I saw your pictures. You emailed me those pictures.
Shall I leave you two alone?
Yeah, you can leave. No, I'm so glad that watch worked out for you. I didn't get a chance to see it before I left our building, and you sent me the picture. It looked great.
Thank you very, very much. It's wonderful. I just wanted to pay a little tribute to you guys and let you just know what a fine brand Stuhrling is. I've been dealing with you guys now probably going on the better of 5 years.
Yep.
I've watched a wonderful transformation from very, very classic designs now into very sporty designs. I just wanted to share a couple of real quick stories with you.
Oh, please do.
I own a lot of watches. I'm not a watch snob. I go to the movie theater. I like my Timex with the Indiglo on it. I got a lot of high-end brands. Am I allowed to name some of these brands?
Probably not the best idea, but we'll get the idea.
Okay, one has like B&M, one is with a C, you know, that kind of thing. A lot of high-end brands over there. I had the occasion to wear the Apocalypse down to a very high-end jewelry store in Cabo San Lucas. I had every salesman chasing after me to see my watch, wanting to know if it was the H watch.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And today I happened to be on a sales call. I was wearing the Tercel.
Sure, that's from our Falcon. Yeah.
I own that exact watch.
I was wearing the rose gold one, and I was happening to be with a bunch of doctors, and everybody wanted to know what I was wearing.
Right.
Yeah, that was a really impressive design. That was the non-chrono version of the Midnight Falcon, or the Falcon for most out there. And the day I saw the Tercel, I said, I'm buying it. My wife bought it for me last Christmas, actually.
I remember.
And I had the same one that you have, Richard. It's the same watch. And, yeah, what a really high-end look that thing has for the money.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I mean, you guys happen to make probably, you know, out of all the watches that I owned, I have to say that the most compliments and the most stares and questions I get are on my Stuhrlings.
I'm so glad to hear that, Richard. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for your support for all these years.
Just one quick question,
Sure,
Larry.
of course.
When are you going to come bring the Hedgewick on?
The Hedwig, it's more of an internet piece for us than it is a TV piece for us, but we'll look into that. I'll look into that. It's a big seller for us, by the way. It's a very simple.
Seen that around.
It's a military influence. It's got the electroluminescent, backlit. It's not an expensive piece at all. It's inexpensive. It's under $100 timepiece, but it's a big internet piece for us, actually.
I think at one time you had that on ShopNBC.
Maybe
many years ago,
3 or 4 years ago. But I'm just curious. And then you say you wore your Apocalypse. Which one was it? Just the Chrono, the Apocalypse, or was it this one, the XT?
It was the original.
Okay.
The rose gold.
Very good.
Well, Richard, it's been a great pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for staying up late with us and sharing your time. It's been a lot of fun, and 5 years going, and hopefully we'll have you along for another 5 to go.
Well, I got to fill up the 2 new watch boxes that I brought again.
Oh, yeah. You picked those up, did you, the other night? Good for you.
Much love, Richard. Thank you so much.
Take care, Richard. Thank you so much.
Have a great night, guys.
You too. Good night. And I think we might be able to squeak out one more call before the end of the hour. We're running low on time. We've only got about 15 minutes left. We're still got to hit the R-top value, I believe, at the end of the hour.
This is the best price we've ever done on the XT. And Jim, I'm amazed at this value right here, this 164. We never had it under $200. Maybe it was once, I don't know, but I've never done like this. I want everybody out there to grab this because it's one of my favorite pieces. Here's the silver tone with the blue, but this one here is really, if you get more bang for your buck with this one. I mean, if you're looking for if you're looking for a bigger bang out of life, if you want that bigger bang, the Apocalypse XT is for you. It really is, Jim.
$27.40 a month, and we must move on. It is time to revisit our top value. You ready? It's coming. It's coming now, actually, right now. V91150. Today's Our Top Value just launched a mere 2 hours ago, less than 2 hours ago, as a matter of fact, and we are already up to how many sold? It looks like almost 1,500 have sold already, and they will continue to chip away. Folks, it's $94. What do you get for $94? Not one, but two watches, both on your screen, whether it be rose or gold tone or silver tone, a his and hers 44 millimeter and 35 millimeter set. That will be delivered to your door, individually packaged, so you may give them away to two separate parties. They're skeletonized automatic movements. You're not even buying quartz at this price level. You're buying automatics. That's what's truly amazing. Cristerna crystals front and back, full thick padded bamboo style leather straps, standard tang style buckle, step case design, crown relocated to the 4 position, and a new dial look for the Delphi series, the Oracle series, as you like to call it.
Yeah, the Delphi Oracle gift set, which was made custom for ShopNBC. But, you know, this is all about showing your love and appreciation for watchmaking. And here's a beautiful shot of the balance wheel, as you can see, you know, oscillating here at 21,600. You can see the regulator wheel just below that. That's that little gear that's got those prongs sticking out, and the little pallet fork is releasing the power into the drivetrain at those particular intervals right there. And that's what it's all about. It's sharing your love of watchmaking. There's no battery in this watch, and it's a skeletonized mechanical automatic. We specialize in skeleton mechanical automatics. As many of you know, we've done so many of them. And of all of the ones we've done, our Delphi is our #1 seller of all time. And now we've done this special gift set for the men and the women. For the first time in our history, we've scaled it down, the Delphi, in a lady's size, a 35 millimeter. For the men, it's 44. So, and this is a great photography shot here from, you know, Jim Skelton right here.
Thank you.
He goes in his garage and...
Garage, no.
Whatever.
A little too cold in Minnesota to shoot in the garage.
Okay, well, I don't know where you have it set up, but I thought your wife sends you to your room and you go in there, you're shooting pictures. But in any case, here it is, nice
shooting
shot.
Something.
Yeah, but here's a nice triple step design. Look on the triple step design bezel. As you can see right here, you've got the textured dial work going around the outside of what's remaining of the dial here. So it's not about just having a fashion watch for the ladies or something like that. The ladies can actually show their love and appreciation of watchmaking as well. It's no longer just for the guys. We're trying to, basically with Stuhrling Original, we try to maintain the same level of technical achievement for the women as we do for the men. It's not just about fashion watches, Jim.
Nope, not at all.
It's a very professional technical timepiece.
You're giving something to the ladies that they've been asking for a long time. We know that the female collectors out there are very, very serious. You know, and sure, there are plenty that like their little frou-frou watches, and they like gemstones, they like the little flowers and whatever, but there's a time and a place for a classic traditional watch, and they also have a great appreciation for that. And Stuhrling is one of the very few brands out there that does recognize that and says, you know what, we're going to give them what they asked for, not just this, and not just a fashion watch or a watch with a dolphin on it or something. We're going to give you something just like what the men would have without you having to wear a men's size. Now, a lot of women do prefer to wear a men's size, but that should be a choice left up to you, not up to us. Now you have that choice. Gents, you have one choice, the 44 millimeter. You're not wearing the ladies' version. Ladies, you can go either way, but I want you to keep this in mind. You're not buying one. You're getting both. You pay one price, you're getting both. The gents and the ladies will ship to, actually, that looks a lot better than it does on the white pad, doesn't it? There you go. That's how you're going to receive the watches. Actually, more correctly, in the 2 stacked orange boxes on the edge of our table over here, that is how you will receive your watches. They'll be in one black sleeve. You take the sleeve off the box to separate, and you can give them to entirely different people. We're not saying you have to give them as a set. Here's how they come packaged. You do get the cleaning cloth. You get the warranty registration, and then your watch is lying there in the center. It's classic, it's elegant, it's a lifelong type of timepiece that you will get a lifetime of pleasure out of. Why not do it? Why not do it right now when you can get two for less than the price of one? Rose tone gives you the darker kind of tobacco colored strap. The gold tone gives you the brighter, almost orange brown strap. And then silver tone will give you the classic black strap. You've got a wonderfully detailed herringbone design going into the outer chapter ring of the dial. I got to tell you, every detail was attended to here. It was not made to be a $100 watch. It was not made to be a $1,000 watch. This should be a good, by itself, one piece, probably a good $300 to $350 watch by itself. Now you've got two of them, and they're packaged in a price for under $100 combined, but it's only good for today. Our top value is 24 hours or while supplies last. The value pays will go away. The price will go away. And you know what? The holidays never seem to last nearly long enough, and all these deals are going to go away when the holidays are over.
Well,
anyway.
Actually, you made me think of a good thing. A good point here that you're raising here is that, let's say you bought, a half a dozen of these, okay? Sets. I'm talking sets. And you spend $100, but you're bringing home 12 watches, and you throw them in the gift drawer. And then as you have your parties and you give out gifts as people are coming in, they don't know that, you brought it home for $15 on a value pay. Well, if you don't give them all away by Christmas, there's no spoilage here, Jim. I mean, this literally...
They don't go bad.
It's a mechanical automatic. There's no battery in this watch. So, it could be Valentine's Day. It could be somebody's birthday coming up. It's a great...
What a great anniversary gift this would be for, like, your parents or another couple that you own. I didn't even think about that. An anniversary gift. This would be amazing.
There's no spoilage here, guys. It's mechanical automatics. There's no batteries.
There is spoilage because they're spoiled with prices like this. What are you going to do in the future to top this? Like 18 watches for $14 or something? I don't know how you're going to do it.
Yeah, and so, don't let the price fool you. I mean, if it said $194.89, if you put a 1 in front of it...
For two watches, darn good deal.
It's still a darn good deal, but my point is, whether it's a good deal or not, you might have more respect for the watch. Don't let this price fool you into disrespecting what you have here. The perceived value is much greater, and the real value is definitely greater. So don't be fooled by the price on this. This is a really fine mechanical automatic timepiece that you're giving. And, again, it shows that your love and appreciation of watchmaking when you wear a Skelton mechanical automatic. And all the important details are there.
Don't forget, we also brought out to you brand new today, the Brevet. 91308 is your V number. 5 value pays of $22.53. Choose green or red accents on an otherwise all triple black timepiece. We also brought out the Charing Cross quite a while ago. Here it comes. Yay! The Charing Cross, by the way, 5 remain in the blue. If you want the blue, you really do need to order right now. 5 value pays of $19.44, V90112. We also brought out to you the Apocalypse. Now, this is the original Apocalypse skeleton in the 42mm case. The rose black is just drop dead gorgeous and sexy and all that in a bag of chips, $32 a month. Right now, I'm going to say good night. We will see you tomorrow night. Larry will be back. I'll be back. But right now, we're going to leave you in the very capable, strong hands of Mr. Brian Kessler, who's going to bring out a spinning Christmas tree and some decorative sheets as he trims your home. Bye-bye.